Hey, what is up and welcome, my fellow cinephiles, film fan. There you go, film fan. I was thinking of the other stream. I'm Jay Feezy, and welcome to Film Grain. This is Feezys Media. This is Film Grain episode 3. For those of you who are new to the channel, first, thank you for joining me and seeing what the channel is all about. I know I haven't done one of these in a while. You know, this is only episode 3, but Film Grain is a video series where me and my panelists discuss topics related to entertainment media in its raw form, hence Film Grain, aka live streams, right? Unscripted, maybe unhinged, I don't know, we'll see. We're kind of just going with the flow here, just discussing these topics and anything that comes to mind. So that goes for maybe audio, video issues. I apologize in advance if those come up, but I think I got it down. But let me know in the chat if anything comes up for those of you that are watching live. I appreciate you joining us. For those of you also who aren't familiar, I usually put timestamps in the description after the stream. So if you want to go ahead and just jump to a certain movie that we're going to be discussing here, feel free to go ahead and do that. Also, the links to my guests, their social media will be in the description as well. So you can, if you're interested in seeing what they're all about and supporting them, showing some love, please feel free to do so. I know they put a lot of work in themselves. And so you can also catch them on the Friends of the Channel section as well. And so, yeah, this one, is it a Christmas movie? I know there's quite a few movies that we all debate over. There's one in particular that comes to mind, of course, and yes, that'll be in there. But yeah, so we're gonna, me and my panelists here are gonna go through and give our takes on each of the movies, kind of do the pros and cons, or I guess whether it is or isn't takes, kind of play devil's advocate a little bit. We have a few movies in there. Some of them you might have already seen in the thumbnail. So there's those. And then there are a couple others that I included as well. So we'll go over that. And as an added bonus, I put together some trivia. So my guests, my panelists are going to go do a friendly round of trivia competition to see who comes out on top for bragging rights for the master movie, the movie master trivia person, I guess you can say. So we'll see how that goes. Well, with that, without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in my guests while I suit up. You know, I just realized I forgot my attire here. There's one more piece here that I'm missing here, but while I do that, let me have my guests talk about themselves here a little bit. We got S. Beam, Giovanni, aka the Movie Canon, and Santa Claus, aka Xman Supreme. Gentlemen, welcome. How are you all doing?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah.
Mr. Santa Claus, Mr. S. Beam, Jay Feezy.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm suited up. So I got the Santa hat, just like these other gentlemen here, and rocking the Christmas sweater here. For those you can't tell, we got the infamous scene, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have that. I have that Santa hat with the Yoda ears or whatever, the Grogu ears.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, you know what? That's one I have to have. So I got it. Last year at Disneyland. I'm not sure if they sell them elsewhere, but yeah, I'm assuming that's where you got yours.
No, actually, where did I get it? I don't even know where I got it from. Actually, it wasn't Disneyland. I know it wasn't Disneyland. It was probably online or something, but
okay,
something
gotcha.
like that. Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have it online. Take a look around if you guys are interested. But yeah, the Santa hat with Grogu ears. I'll see how long I last in this, because I know it's kind of warm in this room here where I'm at. I got the heater going on, so I can lower that down. But I got the fan, so we'll see how it goes. All right, but S. Beam, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm glad you can join us, Sex Man.
Good, man. Running a little behind here. I got weirdness going on outside, but we are set.
You're all see. Yeah, I know you and Beam had some weirdness going on. I think Beam got some 7 inches of snow earlier this morning, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. About 7
man.
inches. And then more to come here in a few hours. So.
Oh man.
Should be interesting.
Man. Yeah. Well, hopefully
it doesn't snow here anymore.
Hopefully everything's all right there where you're at, Beam, and it doesn't get to worse or.
It's Minnesota. You get used to it.
Yeah, you're like, it is what it is. Yeah. Well, 'tis the season, right? 'Tis the season. It wouldn't be the season without snow. All right. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. First movie up. We're just going to go ahead and tackle it right now, right? We'll just, this is the one of a big debate, probably as old as time itself, as old as Christmas itself. This whole debate's been going around for thousands of years. And of course, I'm talking about Die Hard. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I'm sure you guys are probably tired of it. We haven't given our thoughts here, so I figured we'd do that. And of course, like I said, we'll go through our our thoughts of why it isn't a Christmas movie, and then afterwards we'll do some trivia. So we'll go ahead and just we'll rotate around a bit. Gives just some thoughts about the general movie itself. I did watch this again recently. I went through and actually watched all the movies that we're going to discuss here recently, just kind of do my homework so I can kind of refresh my memory here, get some good points on here. But Beam, we'll go ahead and start with you here. We'll go ahead and all go through and give our reasons why this is a Christmas movie. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Beam. Why do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
I can guess why people think this is a Christmas movie.
There you go. That's more accurate.
Go for it. Why do you think people think it's a Christmas movie?
Because it happens at a Christmas party, and a lot of people do celebrate Christmas with watching Die Hard. So I can't hold it against them. But for me, yeah, the Christmas. I guess there's some Christmas spirit to it, but yeah, I'm not one of those people.
Okay, all right. So your take is just because it happens around Christmas, you think this is why people think it's a Christmas movie?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. Short and sweet. Nice. All right. Gio, how about you? Do you agree with that, or is there any other reasons why you think Die Hard would be a Christmas movie?
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
There's now everyone has their own opinions and thoughts and their own experiences when it comes to maybe watching a movie during Christmas time, and maybe that was the reason why they thought it was a Christmas movie. For me, it has to be that there's like several movies that I put in like different boxes, right? So there's the ones that are the obvious Christmas movies where the plot is revolving around Christmas. There's something to do with getting home for Christmas, or there's some kind of toy someone's trying to get for Christmas, or whatever the case. It's more obvious,
Intent.
Right?
Yeah.
And right, exactly. And then there's the other ones that maybe has a scene or two that is heavy on Christmas, but it's only like a scene or maybe two at the most. But the majority of the movie has nothing to do with Christmas. That's one box. Another one is Christmas is the setting, but it has nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever. And then there's other ones that maybe there was a movie that came out during Christmas time, and you kind of associate it with being a Christmas-like movie, even though it has nothing to do with it. So those are kind of one of the boxes that I really look into when it comes to what is a Christmas movie. For me, there has to be more connecting tissue to Christmas when it comes to the plot and the look of the film and the aesthetic, and just overall, Christmas needs to be presented the majority of the film, not just in the background, not just one scene or whatever the case. Die Hard has the setting. Yes, they're at a Christmas party or whatever it is set during Christmas, but overall the movie has nothing to do with Christmas. And so that's why I don't really see it as a Christmas movie. Like when I first saw the movie, I just saw it as a good, solid, fun action movie. And then later on I forgot, like, oh yeah, it is set during Christmas, isn't it? When people started talking about like this is a Christmas movie, Die Hard, I was like, then I had to like think about it. I was like, oh yeah, it is set during Christmas, but it's not. To me, it's not a Christmas movie. But like I said, if some people believe that it is because whatever reason, I'm not gonna, judge them or whatever. But for me, it's not. It's not a Christmas movie.
Okay. All right. Xman, Dave, what's your? How about you? What are your reasons why Die Hard is a Christmas movie, or why people think it's a Christmas movie?
I would like to start my answer by posing a question.
Okay.
to the entire panel and to everyone at home.
Yes.
What would you say is the essence of Christmas? What does Christmas mean?
I'd say it's all about the spirit.
All right.
Kind of general. Yes, I know.
What do you think, Beam?
Christmas is joy and togetherness and family. That's what Christmas is.
That's very good. What do you think, Gio?
I'm going to take all of those answers, and and it's just like it has to be cold, because in California, it's hot, it's warm here a lot. So when we get to December, It's like it's cooler, and it's like, oh, it must be Christmas, right? We don't get snow, obviously, but those things, presents, decorations, candy, food, being well, most people have time off. I don't really have time off for Christmas, but all of that is connected to Christmas overall to me.
With all that in mind, we have a simple man,
if you will. Yeah, simple man.
a man bound by duty, who during this holiday season, this Yule-tide moment in his life, he finds that his small part of the world is beset upon by the evil of man. And this man, though really he could just not do anything about it at all, right? Like it's Christmas, right? Like he shouldn't, what is he gonna do, right? This man is doing everything that he can by his good-natured spirit. He's not enjoying it, and we know this because we can tell he's not happy during this event, but he is doing everything that he can to see that good in the season prevails. He's trying to stop evil people from possibly taking others away from their families. Now, Christmas is about family. I believe that it was very kind of him to feed Hans Gruber that pavement. Hans Gruber ate that night.
Yeah, he did. He ate well.
And he got a vacation from his evil little life.
Wow, that's how you look at it. Okay.
And this man, this hero, this spirit of Christmas due, if you will, he was about to give most graciously of himself, ready to give his life, even the most precious gift that someone could give to someone else.
Most precious.
In order to see that good happens during Christmas. And I won't keep you all night on it, but I think that the spirit of Christmas is within this man's heart. And I think the whole story, if not for his good nature, his willingness to give, his Christmassy spirit in the face of all trials and tribulations, this man was giving the best gifts. And I think that the spirit is there the whole way, and you can't deny that. It's a Christmas movie, sir.
It's a Christmas movie. All right, so there we have it. We had each take cons on why we think it's not a Christmas movie. I think some of you already kind of touched on that, but Beam, you want to add any counter arguments to that, or why you think it's not a Christmas movie?
Well, I'm pretty sure the movie came out in July, so we can discount any fact that it came around Christmas time to July. further the part that it's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
But Bruce Willis himself also said that this is not a Christmas movie; it is a Bruce Willis movie.
Right. That roast of Bruce Willis, yeah.
Like we've said already, it's set during Christmas, but the main plot isn't about Christmas itself. So, the con would be, it's not solely about Christmas. So it can't be, or in my opinion, can't be categorized as a Christmas film. So.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I know you kind of touched on this already, Gio, but why do you think it wouldn't be a Christmas movie, or this isn't a Christmas movie?
Yeah, just the other things that I said there, but
yeah, okay.
But I'll ask Xman. So, would you consider Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard, or True Lies from Schwarzenegger, or some of those other action movies where they're like doing the same things that Bruce Willis was doing in the first Die Hard movie? Would you consider those Christmas movies as well?
That's a good question, Gio. And I think the point that that we need to touch on here is that do those movies happen during Christmas?
No.
They don't. And while I think that people who go to such extremes for such good justness, while I would say that the Christmas spirit lives within them all the time, the sad fact is that people don't think about Christmas usually unless it's Christmas time.
Yeah. True that. Yeah.
And you know, true lies, you had a lot of, lies happening in that movie. A lot of deception was going on there. I think
fun lies, though,
Santa and Jesus would both call that a big no-no. Let's see. Live Free or Die Hard. That was the one where he stepped out of the car that was spinning and shot the guy, right?
I think so. I get them kind of like mixed
yet.
up. It could have been any Die Hard movie, really. So
Yeah.
I think it is though. It's the PG-13 version.
I would argue that after his trial run in the first movie, I would say that our man, after embodying the spirit of Christmas so fiercely, has then ascended to a level of Yule Hood that he carried with him to the rest of his life. I would say that it's one of those, almost a spiritual thing where all things are possible for him now, which is why I accept him just calmly stepping out of a very erratically moving vehicle to hit that bullseye. That was ridiculous. You know, if it was one of the Fast and Furious movies, we call BS. But I think that that everything following Die Hard, this man is Christmas. The rest of them, they're whatever. But this man right here, that is the heater of Christmas in his hands right there. And he is going to lay down some naughty list coal.
Yep.
Year round. Lifelong.
It's here to bring the pain to all those who lost hope and lost belief.
And Xman, have you seen Shazam, the first Shazam movie with
I did see the first Shazam movie.
Zachary Levi. Would you consider
that
a movie?
That happened during Christmas.
So did Iron Man 3.
I think that one takes a turn. I don't think it starts out as a Christmas movie because at the beginning we got this kid who's, let's be honest, he's an asshole, and he gets these powers. And at first, what does a kid do? Kids are very self-centered by nature. It's not their fault. They, especially orphans. Come on, man, who's guiding them? But through the trajectory of that movie, he kind of learns to be a better, man, more or less.
Yeah.
I believe that he grew as a person in that he was more understanding of caring and giving with others, So I would say at the end, I think the spirit of Christmas reigned there. I don't know. Maybe I'm a heretic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Little side note on Shazam, which is not included in this list, but in case you were wondering, Dave, Xman, anything else you wanted to add to play the devil's advocate, the counter on why this wouldn't be a Christmas movie?
yeah, I just don't see it.
You got nothing? You got nothing?
Nah.
All right. So thank you all for your takes. All right, here's where I stand on this. Okay, first of all, the counters to why I think it wouldn't be a Christmas movie. I think for the reasons that Gio pointed out, although yes, there's more violence in there and there's more taking of life in this one as compared to most other Christmas movies. I can see the resemblance there, obviously, to the other Die Hard movies, True Lies, like he pointed out. And it's maybe not on the same level as some of the traditional Christmas movies we know. However, on the other hand, the reasons why I think, or why I think people would think this is a Christmas movie, not only does it take place during Christmas, but I would say it's more integrated within the plot and the movie as compared to others that we may discuss here. For example, so one of the opening songs, with that the limo driver Argyle, that he plays is Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis. And I mean, the whole soundtrack is littered with Christmas music, which is something that's in common with other Christmas movies, right? So you got that. Even the end credits, they play Let It Snow as the credits are rolling, which is a classic, of course, as we know, a classic Christmas song. One of those famous scenes again, where John McClane, after he he eliminates one of those guys for their lack of faith in Christmas or the holidays, he writes on his shirt, "Now I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho." And who is that in reference to? Oh, good old Saint Nick himself, right? So that's the commonality there, right? Let's see here. Hans Gruber, in the elevator. He's even, you can even hear him humming. Speaking of Christmas music, he hums Ode to Joy or Joyful, Joyful, whatever version of that song you want to take. He's even singing it himself. He's into the Christmas spirit. Obviously, the party that they're having at Nakatomi Plaza, the whole work is as a Christmas party. They're in celebration, but they're also having a Christmas party there. The Theo, the tech guy, right? The Hans Gruber's tech guy, right? When they open the vault opens, he says "Merry Christmas." That could be also related to maybe a resemblance, an homage to Tiny Tim. Merry Christmas, everyone. So that could be a connection there. So yeah, with all those things in mind, so that's just the movie itself. Okay, outside of that, right, and the whole zeitgeist, pop culture, and society. IMDb, I just happened to come across this. So IMDb has Die Hard as the second ranked Christmas movie out of the 100 of all time. So the 100 out of the 100 Christmas movies of all time, Die Hard is ranked number 2, right? In regards to Bruce Willis saying it's not a Christmas movie, for one, you can kind of see he's kind of trolling people in that video. If you watch it again, I just watched it recently because Xman shared it with me, and you go, and he's kind of holding himself back from laughing because I think he's just trolling people. He's saying it's not a Christmas movie, it's a Bruce Willis movie. So that one, I don't know, maybe even if he was telling the truth or if he was sincere about it, I kind of equate that to, the guy who created the GIF, right? He went on record to say, it's actually pronounced GIF, like the peanut butter, but there was a whole backlash. Everyone went against him. They're like, no, you're wrong. It's GIF. So even the guy who created it, everyone protested against him and said, no, you're wrong. So I think this is one of those examples where people were just saying, all right, Bruce Willis, I'm sorry. Yes, you were in the movie, but you're wrong. It is a Christmas movie. So there's that aspect. I personally call Die Hard the adult Home Alone because the premise is the same. So for those who are saying Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, I would counter and say, well, Home Alone, right? Kind of similar in idea where the underlying plot is, Kevin is just defending his home from burglars, right? And it happens to take place during Christmas. Yeah, there's more Christmas stuff because he's in his home. So there's a lot more decorations and things going on. But Bruce Willis, his home is obviously in this case would be the building, Nakatomi Plaza. So although Kevin himself, the movie is just about him defending his house from the burglars, there isn't really any direct translation there to, there's not a direct tie-in to like Christmas. Or there's no saving Christmas like Ernest Saves Christmas or the Santa Claus or anything like that. It's just kind of like it just happens to take place during that time frame. So that's why I call Die Hard the adult Home Alone. Right, because he's trying to fend off all these guys who are trying to rob the Nakatomi Plaza, right? They're trying to steal the bonds that are in there. Let me see here what else I got. So I guess in general, overall, what I'm saying is, even though Bruce Willis doesn't call it a Christmas movie, I think most of society as a whole has adopted this as a Christmas movie, and it has similar connections to other movies that we consider Christmas movies. So with that, I will pause there and see if anybody has any counters to any of those. What do you guys think?
I did, but now I lost my train of thought. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it has to be more obvious that it's a Christmas movie because you made some points in there. You brought up some, examples, but to me, it's like, oh yeah, that was in there, like a quick shot, and it's like, I didn't even remember that part until you just brought it up. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's like these little things that, yeah, because it is set during Christmas.
Mhm.
But to me, it has to be more obvious. There has to be more tissue, like I said earlier, connected to either Christmas, the plot, something to do with Christmas, or there's just more of a look or an aesthetic of the film itself that is all Christmassy. And Die
okay.
Hard, it just doesn't do it for me. Like when I'm gonna, because I watch Christmas movies every December. You know, like, oh, I feel like watching
same.
this Christmas movie, whatever. I'm sure a lot of us do. Die Hard is not on that list not because someone told me. Like even before there was even a debate about whether this was a Christmas movie or not, because I feel that was more of a debate like later, like much later.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't remember that like when I was younger, you know, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It just kind of became like a thing, like I don't know how long ago, but
Yeah.
more recent.
Right.
And to me, that's what I'm saying. That's what we'll go back to. Like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, it's set during Christmas, but like to me, it's like it doesn't come into my mind. Like, oh, I want to watch a Christmas movie. Let's watch Die Hard, this action movie with Bruce Willis, you know, killing all these terrorists or whatever. I mean, like, it's cool, it's fun. Like, the movie's great itself. It's an action movie, of course. It's a great movie, but it's like that doesn't come to mind as a Christmas movie, even though it's set during Christmas.
Okay.
There was something else, but then I completely forgot now. But
music, Home Alone.
I mean the music. I mean, yeah, okay. So it's in the soundtrack. I think I remember hearing it maybe once or twice in the movie. But to me, it's like even some of the music has to be connected sometimes to the scene that is happening. Not all the time, but I feel like, well, yeah, they're gonna play Christmas music because it is set during Christmas. So yeah, that will be normal. But that's like a very loose connection, like very I don't think it's a very strong connection to making it into a Christmas movie for Die Hard. But yeah,
Gotcha.
that would be my comments there.
Okay. Anyone else got anything to add? All right.
Just for the simple fact, this movie is categorized as an action film. I think more Christmas movies are set as maybe a comedy or family film. So.
Okay. I remember now what it was. Go
for it.
You said what is it? What is it that site called? What is that called? The movie site?
IMDb.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Now that one, I know that anyone can go in there and just say whatever the hell they want. So I know that's a thing there. and then I kind of feel like, again with the debate. I know we're not talking about this movie, but I know there's a debate about, is A Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie more than a Halloween movie? Because then there's that debate too, and then that one kind of came up like later on too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same situation that, like, okay, well, all these sites, the ones that people are gonna like, when it becomes into a thing where everyone is like saying that this is this now, this is now this, and before, when it initially was, no one even thought about it. So they start bringing this stuff into our culture or whatever, and then it starts to become the thing because so many people are just trying to are seeing it now because a lot of people are talking about it, that it's now it's now a Christmas movie, it's now a whatever movie, and people just kind of buy into it now, and then there's some younger people that grew up with it with that thought, and now it kind of like grows like that. Because I know when The Nightmare Before Christmas came out too, no one was thinking about that being a Christmas movie over Halloween movie. That one came out in October. Everything is more Halloween, even though there is, of course, Christmas. I would consider both of those movies to be both of those. Like I could recognize as people will want to watch it either on Halloween or Christmas, but it wouldn't be more of a Halloween. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be more of a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie. So it kind of became into a thing like that too. And I kind of think that's what Die Hard is too. That everyone just kind of like jumped on the whole, oh yeah, it's a Christmas movie because that's what people have been saying throughout, I don't know, however long it's been now, 15 years now or whatever. So, I mean, that's kind of how I see it. But I just go back to my first experience of watching this and remembering how it was when everyone else first saw this movie. Then no one was talking about it being a Christmas movie. So it kind of just like grew into that.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Okay.
I would like to add, Beam mentioned the point of genre. which that's pretty good. I'm looking at Krampus right now,
Okay.
and I see a whole list of genres for Krampus, right? Horror, comedy, action, okay. Suspense,
Yep.
fantasy, drama, thrillers. I don't see anything talking about it being like holiday or family or anything like that.
Well, most of
Though-
don't.
though
say holiday in
Krampus-
the Christmas film, so.
Yeah,
Krampus-
hold that thought. That's coming up. Say
You know,
that for later.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But also, in the interest of counterpointing connective tissue, which is a very important argument. Sure, it just happens at Christmas. They don't really make it a whole big deal except for the points that we have stated. But as a very wise man used to say, what do they call the guy who graduates last in doctor school? Doctor.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Doctor. Let me address the chat here real quick. We got Adam112 in the house. Says nothing says Christmas like Hans Gruber taking over Nakatomi Plaza. Yippee-ki-yay. You know the rest. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, he was humming a Christmas song while he was in the elevator. I don't know. He was in the Christmas spirit. We got Blue Tattoo in the house. Says, hey, everyone. What is up, Blue? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, he adds here, he says, GIF is pronounced with a hard G, not like Jif the peanut butter. It is graphics interface format. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep, most of other people agree with you, but apparently the person who created that pronounces it Jif, like the peanut butter. So that was my counter to Bruce Willis saying it's not a Christmas movie. So he may think it is, but I think the society, the greater society thinks otherwise. And so him saying it's not a Christmas movie, it's a Bruce Willis movie is like Macaulay Culkin saying it's not a Christmas movie, it's a Macaulay Culkin movie for Home Alone. So that's just my thought. It's just my take on that. But all right, so I think you all pretty much have guessed where we stand. But just to go through, Beam. So is this Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Not a Christmas movie.
Not. Okay. Gio, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Well, tonight I have been convinced, and no, just kidding. It's not a Christmas movie at all. No.
Dave, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I think that a lot of presents under a lot of trees in Redneckville would say that, guns are very Christmassy. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. And I as well. And with Dave, with Xman. Yeah. I think Die Hard.
It's just Wednesday. It's just Wednesday. Yeah. It's just Thursday.
I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie for all the reasons I stated. It does make its way in my rotation of Christmas movies. It's a fun one. And I will say it has, I think even if it was just a debate, right? I think just this has influenced other future movies, and I want to say Violent Night, for instance, that came out with David Harbour. I think that was, speaking of, Bruce or Die Hard being similar to Home Alone, I think that was actually a mix of Die Hard and Home Alone itself. So, obviously that, if you haven't seen that, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's basically Santa Claus going ham on some kidnappers in a house. And so, I mean, when I say ham,
but he was Santa Claus though.
Yeah, I know.
He was Santa.
Wait, so in that movie, so we're not covering here, but real quick, would you consider that a Christmas movie?
More than Die Hard.
Oh, okay. So just the fact that it's Santa Claus, but Bruce Willis isn't Santa Claus makes a difference. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Because there's more Christmas aesthetic, there's more Christmas connection, more tissue, again, like I said, to that
I would
movie
agree with that.
Die Hard.
I would agree with that.
Oh, there we go.
Although it wouldn't be on my. It still wouldn't be one of my movies that I need to watch this for Christmas, because to me,
certainly, yeah,
the movie was okay, but I wasn't like blown away with it. But it's still not one of those movies that's like, I'm gonna watch that movie because it's Christmas time. That's the how it is still.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it hasn't made its way on my list yet for that reason. But maybe if I give it some time, I'll let it age like fine wine. It may, Violent Night may join the ranks of Die Hard for me.
And then I'll say this, because you know how I did my Christmas movies tier list with Mr. Xman a couple weeks ago. So I was like, well, let me rewatch Die Hard. Like I had an open mind. All right, so maybe I missed like maybe half the movie or something,
Mhm.
and let me rewatch it, and maybe I'll watch it and be like, oh, actually, yeah, I see it now. I see it's a Christmas movie, and nope, it's still not a Christmas movie.
Still not. Okay.
So-
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. There was our take. Take that as you will. And I should have said this at the beginning, right? Disclaimer. These are just our takes. Obviously, there's just our thoughts. Ultimately, a Christmas movie is whatever you make it, right? You have your own list. Everyone has their own subjective list of what you feel is Christmas movie or not. And we're just giving you our takes. And we just have to be fun and kind of go through and debate these age-old debates here about each of these movies here. But this one more so, I think this probably takes the cake. I was just kind of Googling, and there's so many articles out there, and there's like the science of why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. They go deep. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
We're not gonna solve it here tonight.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, and we may never will. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I like one of the things that came up was that that Ellis, the guy in the D bag in there, Ellis, was caught doing blow. And then another word for blow is snow. That can be a hint towards a Christmas movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Powder.
Powder. Yep. See, there you go. Yeah. That guy, man, that guy was, cracks me up, man. I think that movie still holds up in general, but that guy, just like the dialogue that they had for him, he was just so cringy. I like that one quote where he was talking to Hans. He was like, Hans, booby, I'm your white knight. Oh, man, it was just so funny. All right, so that was Die Hard, first of the many here. So now time for trivia here. So I prepared some questions here for our panelists. So after each of our debates here for each of these movies, I have 3 questions that I'm going to ask our panelists. It's going to be a friendly competition here. I'm going to say the question. They have 15 seconds to answer. Each of them are going to write down their answers. And then I'm going to go through, and they're going to reveal their answers one by one. And for each question they get right, they get a point. It's pretty simple, right? At the end, I'm going to tally up all the points, and whoever has the most will be crowned, for this episode anyway, our movie master, or Christmas movie master, I should say. All right, so are you guys ready? You guys have your writing utensils, your writing tools. Okay, your quills, if you will. All right.
I'm old school and shit.
Yeah.
I have a feather pen right now.
Yeah, your inked well and feather pen. Yeah, it is Christmas time. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let me get my timer going here so I know I have to manually do it here. I got my stopwatch. All right, I'll start the timer after I finish reading the question. Okay, you all ready here? First question.
Wait, hold on a sec. You're asking the question and then whoever answers it first?
No, you're all gonna have 15 seconds to answer.
All right,
you write it down. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, good.
Yeah. I just figured it'd be more fair that way and just tally up the points at the end. So we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. So these first 3 questions are for Die Hard, obviously, because we just got finished talking about Die Hard. Okay, here we go. Okay, first question. What state does Die Hard take place in? Start timer. What state does Die Hard, the first Die Hard here, take place in? 5 seconds. And time. Okay. All right. Here we go. We'll start from the bottom and go up. Dave, Xman, what did you write?
I honestly don't remember at all. I put Illinois.
Okay. We'll hold off there.
I figured Chicago, maybe. I don't know.
Gio.
It's in the state of California.
Okay.
State of California.
Beam.
I also said California.
Beam. The answer is California. All right. Beam and Gio got the point there. All right. Question 2. Here we go. Again, I'll start the timer after I finish reading the question. Okay, here we go. Question 2. What alias does John McClane use when he's talking on the radio with the police officer? What alias does John McClane use on the radio when he's talking to the police officer outside, a.k.a. Carl Winslow? 5 seconds. Time. All right. We'll start from the top this time. Beam, what do you have?
I don't remember. I said Bob.
Bob, okay. Geo.
I don't remember too much. Was it? I think I put Kevin.
Kevin, yeah. Kevin, speaking of Home Alone. Dave, Xman. Sandy Claus.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I just went wild. I said Santa baby.
Santa baby. Nice. Just swing for the fences.
Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be. Oh, and I forgot to say, chat too. If you want to play along, feel free. And Planos, of course, honor system. Obviously, no googling, no looking at the chat. But chat, if you also want to play just amongst yourselves, if you want to answer that one. So the alias that John McClane uses on the radio is Roy. Roy. Anyone remember why? Just for funsies, no bonus points, but just anyone know why he uses that? Take that as a no. I know because when he was first talking to Hans, yeah, when he was first talking to Hans, when he first introduced himself, Hans was asking him if who he thinks he is, if he thinks he's Rambo or John Wayne, and John McClane replies with, "Well, I was always partial to Roy Rogers."
Roy Rogers, that's right.
So and so he since then, he's when he started talking to the other police officer, Al, aka Carl Winslow, he introduced himself as Roy. Then going back, sorry, to the first question, just as a bonus, just an FYI bonus, what city in California did it take place? It's just a fun bonus question. No points for this one, just to see if you guys know. It was L.A., so Los Angeles, California. All right, here we go. Last question for this one.
I was writing it down, by the way. That's first.
Oh, you know, yeah.
I thought you were gonna go through like one. I thought you were gonna go to us one by one. That's why I didn't say anything. But
oh no, yeah, that was just a bonus, kind of like a FYI. Oh, okay. No points for that one. Yeah. All right, here we go. Question 3, last question for this movie here. How many kids does John McClane have? Start the timer. How many kids does John McClane have? Five seconds. How many kids does John McClane have? And time. All right. Gio, we'll start with you.
I want to say 2.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. I know she has at least. I know he has at least 1, but I think 2.
Okay, Dave.
I was also in the realm of 2. Again, not sure. It's been so long since I watched this movie, but I think I think 2 is a good number. Seems like a sensible number for a sensible guy, you know. Yeah.
No Santa baby for this one, huh? All right, Beam.
I also said 2.
Yep. All right. And the answer is 2. Yes, you all got it right. Yeah, try to come up with questions that would kind of be not too easy, not the obvious one that we all know, but something that you would kind of have to pay attention, a little more attention to here. So far we have Geo and Beam tied at 2. X-Men, you got 1 point so far. All right.
Got a chance.
Yep. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, here we go. Going on to the next movie now. Oh, sorry, real quick. One thing I also found out that I completely forgot about with regarding Die Hard is that why I think it would be a Christmas movie is because there's actually a Christmas book out for it called Die Hard Christmas, and it's actually an adult. Well, they saw like adult version of the book here, and yeah, and I when I was kind of doing some research on this, I saw this and I was like, oh, that's right. This came out. You got me there. I want to say it was a few years ago, a couple. Like
Shel Silverstein.
So they jumped on the bandwagon. That's why they
did. Yeah, the guy did say, there's by Shel Silverstein. Yeah, by Roald Dahl. There's the author. I did an excerpt somewhere. I think it was on Amazon when I was reading it. Or maybe it was on the back cover or something, where he was just saying that this is his take, his interpretation of why he thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And he did spruce it up a little bit more to kind of make it more Christmas-y. It was just, like I said, all in good fun. But, yeah, so I actually bought this book recently because of that, because I was just curious to see what it is and what it looks like inside. And I saw some pages, and it looks fun. But, yeah, and apparently it's sold out everywhere, too. I had to buy it on eBay. And so there was... one person who had a few left. But yeah, it's interesting. So I guess they did a limited run on this. So I don't know if they're going to bring it back or not. But yeah, kind of interesting there. So Die Hard Christmas. and then on the right, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say here on the right, I've been seeing this meme recently. People making ornaments out of that photo there on the right of John McClane and the Ducks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was another one that I read. I forgot what it said, but it's like, Christmas time's coming. Don't forget to leave some cigarettes, a Beretta, or something, and a lighter on the Ducks. Yeah, yeah. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, and there's the guy opening his van and like putting stuff in there. Yeah. So I'm just loving how society's just kind of taking off with this. I'm loving it. But yeah, you're gonna go.
Maurice Sendak, Little Roy.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, this stuff is what's making more people believe that it's a Christmas movie because of things like this. And it's like, if you're a business person, I would do this too. I would make a Die Hard Christmas book. It's like, there's people who believe this is a Christmas movie. Yeah, I'm gonna make a Christmas, write a Christmas book or sell Christmas stuff. Kind of like how Disneyland, all of a sudden, they include Nightmare Before Christmas in their whatever. In the park when it's now Halloween and Christmas because it makes business sense. So
I see it.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like those things right there. But
I hear you, but that's usually how things make it their way into pop culture status, right? After a while, it's like the society or just people in general start accepting that, and it just becomes popular. I'm sure there's a few movies we can think of, like I think, what was it? The Goonies, I think, initially wasn't well received, or the original Batman, the 89 Batman, I think, wasn't well received. And it took some time for it to grow and for it to be, people to say, like, oh, man, that's like one of the greatest. And then Disneyland. I don't think Disneyland was doing the whole. Yeah, the prequels. Yeah, that's a good one, too. Yeah, the prequels, when they first came out, no one liked the prequels.
Now they're all good, right?
Yeah, now they're all good, yeah.
Well, at least they had a structure. I'll give them that. So,
yeah.
They had a plan and they executed it, yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't this sequel BS. It was, oh my gosh. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, like Blue here says, it's a fan-appointed Christmas movie. They're out there. Yep, and I'm part of them. I'm part of it. Me and Dave, Xman Supreme. All right. So I think we kind of beat that one to death. But yeah, it had to be debated, right? It had to be debated. It's like I said, it's an age-old debate there. So I'm sure it'll keep going. Like Gio's kind of implying there that this is something people are going to debate, but maybe, I don't know, maybe down 10 years in the future, it'll be widely accepted. We'll see.
Probably at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Going on to the next one here. Gremlins. So Gremlins, there's another one where I know some people consider this a Christmas movie. There's own, of course, there's multiple genres like being brought up earlier about, whether this could be specified a certain type of movie. So we'll go ahead and start from the bottom this time. We'll go ahead and go through our reasons why we think it is first, and then we'll come back around and give our reasons why it's not a Christmas movie. So first up, why we think it is a Christmas movie. Dave, what do you think?
Well, aside from the fact that it is, Christmas time, Christmas is heavily featured throughout the film. I mean, the whole reason the debacle even starts is because, old Ram Pelcher's got to get a Christmas gift for his son, and he's out on the road, he's busy, he's got to take what he can get, and lo and behold, here we go, we have the world's first Mogwai, and they open it up and all the craziness ensues. But yeah, man, you've got this little picturesque town, friggin' snow everywhere, snowmen. People are wearing their little hats and with their cocoa, and they're throwing snowballs, and everyone's talking about. They got Christmas carolers in there. People are talking about Christmas throughout the movie. Mrs. Deagle's being a Grinch about it.
Yeah,
it's just the whole thing. Christmas is everywhere in this movie. You can't escape Christmas in this movie. So, yeah, man, like they kill Santa Claus. That wasn't very Christmassy. Yeah. But they did it. Like, it's,
did they?
The whole town got a gift though when they got rid of Mrs. Deagle. Hey, that was a Christmas gift right there. That was I will accept that. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, Kate's got her whole issues with Christmas. And she's talking about like, you know, how she found out there was no Santa Claus, and I don't know how they decide to work those stories into those movies like that. Just the weirdest,
right.
Like, what is this trauma that we're bringing up here? But yeah, man, there's Christmas is everywhere in this movie. They got toy stores, and they're getting in the candy and all the stuff, man. It's Christmas all over the place. I watch this. This is my Christmas movie that I watch every year for Christmas. Gremlins.
Nice.
I love this movie, man.
All right, Beam. How about you? Why do you think this could be considered a Christmas movie?
Also, this one, set around Christmas time, gifts giving, and you know, Santa stories, what have you. Again, not one that makes the rounds on my Christmas movie list, but perfectly understandable why it would on somebody else's. This one does have lots of Christmas in it for sure. And it's just, honestly, it was a fun movie all around. So
yeah.
Again, you classify this as a horror film. If you wanted horror comedy, I think they did classify this one as. So definitely fits the Christmas bill. I perfectly understand why people do watch this one at Christmas.
Okay. All right. Gio, why do you think this one could be considered a Christmas movie?
I mean, I guess it's a Christmas movie. It's just there's more connection to Christmas than Die Hard for sure. It's just not one of those movies that I think of when I want to watch a Christmas movie. Like I said, there's a lot more elements regarding Christmas in this movie than like Die Hard or the other ones and stuff like that. But I'm kind of like in the middle, like yes, no, but I wouldn't, again, judge anyone if they want to watch it, as a Christmas movie, right? But there's just enough Christmas components in there that okay, I guess I see it. But yeah, that's what I'll say. I'll officially say yes. That's
okay. So sticking with you, what are the counters? Like, why would you not think this is why would you not think this is a Christmas movie?
Now it has been a while since I've seen Gremlins, so I will say that.
Okay.
I just recently, when I say recently, I mean like in the last 3 to 4 years or so that I watched it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching it for just the simple fact that it's a Gremlins movie, and I always heard about it and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I've never seen Gremlins, so let's watch it. So I kind of like I noticed and realized that it was set during Christmas and a lot of Christmas stuff going on, but it didn't like really register to me like this is a movie that I want to watch every year as a Christmas movie itself. It was more like it's all about the Gremlins. It's about the other, the comical stuff that happens in it and things like that. But I mean, that's really, I don't really have much of an argument, I guess,
okay,
to go against it, to say that it's not, but I just don't really jump to it as being at a Christmas movie.
Okay. All right. Going back to Beam, or any reasoning why you think this wouldn't be a Christmas movie?
I'd say mostly because it does fall into that horror genre. I think that's why it would be not classified as a Christmas movie, or why some would be classified as a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Mostly,
all right.
Mostly because of that, yeah.
Yeah, simple enough. Horror genre. All right. And Dave, Xman, Santa Claus. Why would you not think this is a Christmas movie?
I think the genre is the only reason, honestly, that anyone would want to say that it's not. I really, that's the biggest argument.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So my take is, again, for the reasonings you guys said about it could be seen as more as a horror movie, kind of similar to Die Hard, right? That it's not directly tied. It's not about like saving Christmas or anything like that. There's kind of Christmas is kind of more so in the background. It just happens to be around Christmas time. So I think that's gonna probably be the common trait with all these movies is just that like it's not really in the background, like maybe except for one. There's one where it can actually be tied in, but we'll get to that here. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for the most part, again, like Die Hard, there's a lot of Christmas elements intertwined into the plot here. And so I have pulled up some photos here just from the movie of where it could be considered a Christmas movie. So you have, obviously, there's Christmas time. Billy puts the Santa hat on Gizmo here. We have the Gremlins caroling outside of the home, which was awesome. Every time I see this photo, it just makes me laugh. This is the top left. Here's a photo at the end where, the old man ends up taking Gizmo back, and you can just see just throughout the movie there's just Christmas decorations going on throughout the house. And so obviously it's during Christmas time, right? So the element of Christmas is in there. I would say it's a little less so compared to Die Hard, because other than the Gremlins here caroling, I'm trying to think now, I don't recall anyone just kind of singing like Christmas songs. Although, speaking of Christmas music, one of the opening after, what would you call it, the intro, the introduction, the opening kind of scene, well, actually after the intro, kind of just the part where what's his the dad, what was his name?
Rand Belzer.
Yeah, after he picks up the Mogwai, right? They show the town kind of going about their day, just kind of like a little monologue there going on, or a quick pan of the city, and then they're playing Please Come Home by Darlene Love, right? So there's some Christmas music in there. And then Gizmo, I think in the background, I think Billy of the Peltzer home, they're playing It's a Wonderful Life, I think it is, in the background on the TV, right? So there's a lot of elements in there. So I think overall, I would say for me, this is a Christmas movie, although technically it hasn't made its way into my list. I would still call this a Christmas movie. So final thoughts going down the line. Beam, would you say this is a Christmas movie or not?
For me, it is not a Christmas movie.
It is not. All right, Gio, Christmas movie or not?
I'll say just barely. Barely.
Just barely. Oh man, one up Die Hard. Take that. Dave.
Emphatically yes.
Emphatically yes. There we go. So we got 3 yeses and 1 no. All right. Well, there you go, folks. One added to the list. One I think most of us agree on. Beam is still not sold yet. He hasn't come across one yet that he thinks is a Christmas movie. So we'll see. That could change. That may change.
The man knows what he wants in a Christmas movie.
Yeah, he does.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
There isn't. Yeah, we're all pretty selective, like we were saying. It's just all subjective. So we'll see. I'm curious now to see what his thoughts are on what an actual Christmas movie is here. For
the
sure,
man wants quality.
Yeah, quality over quantity. I respect that. All right, here we go. Trivia time. 3 more questions. You guys ready? And again, chat, if you want to play along, feel free to answer in the chat. You can play amongst yourselves there. And of course, panelists, again, close the chat. Honor system here. 15 seconds again for each question. I think that's been going well. Let me see here. The questions are actually, this first one, I'll give you 20 seconds because this one has multiple answers here. So we'll do 20 seconds for this first question for Gremlins. So these 3 questions are for Gremlins. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Question 1. This is 20 seconds. This one here, 20 seconds. Question 1. I'll start the timer after I read the question. Here we go. What are the 3 rules to follow with a Mogwai? What are the 3 rules one must follow with or owning a Mogwai? 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. All right, here we go. Okay, we'll start. We'll just go down the row here, down the column. Beam. Before you say that, I will say you have, for the point, you have to get all 3 correct. There's no half points here. Yeah.
Yeah, no half points, huh?
I would say, because this is a little bit of an easier one, I would think, but we'll see. Beam, go ahead. Sorry.
I forgot the third one. No eating after midnight and don't get them wet. I forgot the third.
Oh, okay. Gio.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but don't expose them to lights or something to that effect. Don't get them wet, and don't feed them after midnight.
Okay. Dave.
All right, so Don't let them get wet. Keep them out of bright lights, especially sunlight, because it'll kill them. And never feed them after midnight.
All right. We got Gio and Dave are correct. Yeah. Don't, he nailed it. Keep them out of bright light, especially sunlight. Yeah. I like how you emphasize that. Yeah. Don't get them wet and don't feed them after midnight. And we see Adam112 here also got it correct in the chat. Well, except the don't cross the streams. All right. Good job. Okay, here we go. Question 2. This one goes back down to 15 seconds. Just because it's a pretty straight single answer here. All right, here we go. Question 2. I'll start the timer after I finish reading the question. How many additional Mogwai did Gizmo spawn when he first got wet? How many additional Mogwai did Gizmo spawn when he first got wet?
Oh,
5 seconds. Time. All right, we'll start with Xman this time.
Okay, so when the comeback king there spilled the art water on Gizmo, he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new ones, and then of course there was the other one that happened from the other one that he took to see the professor at school. But we're not counting that guy because that's not
extra credit.
That's not the same. Yeah.
All right, Gio.
I said 4. I remember 4, but looks
okay,
like I'm wrong. Oh yeah.
And Beam.
I said 5.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I
Beam and Dave are correct. Yeah. It was 5. Specifically, yeah, for the reason the comeback. Yeah, I like that you said that. Yeah. Corey, was it Feldman?
Yeah.
When I saw that again recently, I completely forgot he was in. I was like, oh, that's right, he's in it. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, it was all him. But yeah, and like Dave was mentioning, he went through and he counted all the new ones that spawned. Right, then here they have them here in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couldn't find a better picture. I'm sure there was out there, but they weren't really that good of a quality. This one isn't that good of a quality, but yeah. So there were 5, and then like Dave mentioned, yeah, when they took him to the teacher at school, he created one more, but that was the second time he got wet, right? So technically, would be the first time he got wet.
It wasn't even Gizmo that time either. So
yeah, I wasn't sure. Was it Gizmo or not?
Nope. He took one of those 2 little guys in the middle. I think it was.
Oh,
to
okay,
see.
gotcha.
Or it might have been the guy in the very back. The guy in the very back has a flatter head. It might have been him. But
okay.
Yeah, he took him in the box, and
I remember the box.
He took him back with him, but he left the other new one, the brand new one. He left him at the school.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Third and final question for this movie. Here we go. 15 seconds for this one as well. Okay. What is the name of the Gremlins leader in this movie? What is the name of the Gremlins leader in this movie? Five seconds. Time. All right, we'll start with Gio this time. Gio, what do you got?
I don't know. I just said King something.
Santa Baby? Oh, King? Okay, yeah.
King something.
Santa Baby, yeah. Beam.
I said Spike.
Spike, okay. And Xman, Dave.
Spike is good. I think Spike was actually one of the Gremlins in the new batch. But this was Stripe.
Right.
Stripe, okay. Yep. And actually,
Uh-oh.
crap. Now I'm second guessing here. I put Spike, but
it's Stripe.
Man,
you can look it up.
Yeah, is it? Okay. Is it Stripe? All right.
They mentioned it 2 or 3 times. At first, it was Corey Feldman who said that was got a cute little stripe on his head. And then later on, when Billy was in the house and saved his mom from the one in the tree, he looked out and saw him at the window. He said, Stripe. and then they got they got out of the movie theater after they blew it up. He was in the window, and he said, "Stripe, it's the leader." Yeah.
Stripe. Yep. Yeah, I remember saying the leader a couple of, but I don't know why I had Spike on there. But yeah, it is Stripe. I just looked it up again here.
They might have called one of the gremlins in the new batch Spike because he had actual spikes, but then he became the spider gremlin after he drank the stuff in the lab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you have some gremlins, right, Dave?
Yeah, I have a few of the gremlins from the new batch. I have the NECA. Those, they're so good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're like little quarter scale just about. But I've got like all the Mai and just about all the gremlins. I don't have the spider gremlin because he's big.
Stripe.
Yeah, there you go. My man Brainy, yeah.
Where's it? Where I show it again? Let me.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's his name, Brainy?
He's the brain gremlin. He comes with a pipe. It's so cool.
He's the one that
has glasses.
Yeah, he's super cool, man.
He's the one that turned Spike into the spider too. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
The second one I watched a lot.
That's from the new batch.
I haven't seen the second Gremlins movie.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so funny.
It's pretty good.
It's corny as hell, which is perfect for the Gremlins. But I think you'll get a few good laughs out of it.
Good cast. Yeah.
Yeah. I can watch that one as well.
Christopher Lee's in it.
Oh,
who's that now?
Wow, it's been a minute.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. Yeah, yeah, he sure was.
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of notes on this movie. So yeah, that was the third final question here. But a couple of things I wanted to point out from rewatching this movie again recently, Gremlins, is that I thought it was kind of interesting. It was kind of funny how, like Dave was saying, Mrs. Deagle, they kind of interpreted her as like the cartoon, like a cartoony villain. Like every time she made her way on she came on scene with like this weird cartoony music. Like with the tubas or the trombone type.
It was almost like the Lex Luthor music in the Superman movies back in the day.
It was. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, just like that. She kind of had like this like Scrooge / like Wicked Witch vibe to her, and even in the movie, she was asking, she wanted to get Billy's dog, and she even said one of the lines is like, "I'll get you," shoot to the dog. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, but there's some dark stuff in that movie, man. Like Dave was saying, Kate, the story around the death of her father. I was like, oh damn, that's pretty dark. Like the reason why she doesn't believe in Christmas anymore, and some of the comments she was making, some of the things like would not make it today in today's TV or today's movies. So I was like, damn.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, Phoebe Cates. Yeah. Yeah, but it is a movie of its time. Obviously, it was just a lot of things in there that tell its age. There was like a scene where Judge Reinhold, Judge Reinhold's character, was trying to invite Kate to his place. He's like, "Come on, we're talking cable here."
Yeah.
Oh,
he was trying to play up his cable. Yeah.
Like, damn, that's just old.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta check out my new VCR.
It was the first Netflix and chill, right?
It was what?
The first Netflix and chill.
Oh yeah,
basically,
yeah, basically, yep. Yeah, but the movie's funny, man. It's just kind of maybe a couple of laugh out loud moments. Actually, a few in that one. So it was a good time. That was a good time. All right, so going on to the next one here. Next one up on the list. So we'll kind of switch up the format here to kind of go through this a little more quicker here. But we got, so this is, like Xman was saying, corrected me there. It is Stripe. Yeah, so this is his Mogwai form, and then his Gremlin form there was the leader, of the Gremlins here in this movie. All right, so next up, Jingle All The Way. That was bad Arnold's impersonation. But so Jingle All The Way. So rather than going through like the reasons why we think it is or it's not, we'll switch it up and we'll just kind of state our cases for why we think or we don't think it's a Christmas movie. So you kind of just state your case as for if you have a stance, you can make your claim, then we'll kind of go from there and debate it from there. So I'll start with Gio this time. Gio, do you think this is a Christmas movie or not, and why?
So first, Hot Toys should make this figure and make it exclusive. This right here, where he's dressed up as Turbo Man.
Yeah,
making it 1,000 units, make him exclusive, and then that way, we're freaking out in real life to trying to get the Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, Jingle All The Way is definitely a Christmas movie. It's super corny I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of this movie, to be honest with you. Like, okay. I can deal with Schwarzenegger cringe, Mr. Freeze, things like that.
Yeah.
But this one's really bad. So it's definitely a Christmas movie, but not a good one.
Not a good one. Okay. Yeah. Beam. Do you think this is a Christmas movie or not, and why? State your case.
100%. This is a Christmas movie. This one is on that's on my list. I'm a huge Schwarzenegger fan anyway, so this made it. It is corny. It does have some bad humor in it, but 100% a Christmas movie. This touches the topics of all the things we've already discussed of what a Christmas movie should be or is. And yeah, it was. It's still one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Oh wow! Okay, there we go. And last but not least, Dave, Santa Claus. Do you think this is or is not a Christmas movie, and why?
No, how could it not be? The movie only happens because it's Christmas, right? Yeah. That's the only reason any of this is going down. But it's. I feel like it's. I think it's funny because it feels as a whole more like a commentary, like a social commentary, than it is a comedic movie and it's just dumb and funny as hell. But I think the underlying, if there's a moral to it, it's all about the commercialism of Christmas and then the greed that comes with it and all that stuff. But it's a funny romp through a holiday story. So yeah, it's gotta be a Christmas movie.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I agree with all of you. I'm in the same boat. I think it is a Christmas movie, although another one that hasn't made its way into my list of Christmas movies every year. I've only seen it first time in a while because we were doing this stream, and so I wanted to make sure I did my homework. But yeah, it's definitely one I wouldn't watch. It is kind of cringy and corny. But there's some funny stuff in here again that I didn't realize the first time, just because I always love that feeling when you go back and you see a movie you haven't seen in a while and there's some either like actors or actresses you notice or just things you didn't catch the first time. You're like, oh damn, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so a couple of things going into this movie. So first, yeah, I agree with you all. It takes place during the holidays. He's trying to get his son the best. Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously trying to make his ways into his son's good graces for making it up to him for, of course, the cliche missing a special event in his kid's life. In this case, it was like the kid's karate tournament or whatever it was, a karate class, promoting to the next belt basically. And so he's trying to make it up to his son by getting this Turbo Man toy, which is very popular and sold out everywhere. So him and Sinbad, duke it out for trying to find the last one. But and now, being a collector like all of you here, a figure collector, there was some things that I picked up on that I didn't before that were kind of relating to that whole action figure commentary that Xman was talking about. So yeah, obviously things being sold out and hard to get, kind of going around trying to get him. There was even a line near there where Arnold was talking about trying to find the doll, the Turbo Man, and then Sinbad corrects him. He's like, that's action figure. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, even in the beginning of the movie, there's some common feature that some of these movies are kind of touching on, the whole satire of consumerism, right, and how crazy people get in the States during this time of season. So, that whole scene where like they're kind of bust down the door to find a Turbo Man. There's that. I think Thanksgiving, the horror movie Thanksgiving had that kind of during Black Friday, that kind of touched on that as well. And then another movie here that we're going to be discussing also had that as the opening scene. Just they kind of touched on that. So I think like Xman was saying, it's a commentary on, maybe a little bit exaggerated or maybe on the nose, I don't know, about how society is for around during these times of year on just how crazy we get on buying things and just materials, being materialistic, things like that. So yeah, it's crazy, it's funny. But let's see here. So some notable appearances here that I didn't notice the first time. So James Belushi is actually one of the Santas in here. I didn't realize that. Or maybe I just completely forgot. But when I saw it again, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. There he is. It was wow. Actually, when I saw it, I was like, man, is that Jim Belushi? He was, because you see him as a Santa for the first time, but you can't really tell. And I was kind of looked closely, and it kind of resembled him. And then he showed his face, and I was like, oh damn, that's Jim Belushi. Another Santa though one of the mini Santas was Vern Troyer. I don't know if you guys caught that, but Vern
Oh,
Troyer,
yeah.
aka
Yeah.
Mini Me, yeah,
Mini-Me.
he was one
No,
of the
I don't
Santas as
remember
well.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was pretty
wow.
cool. A young Vern Troyer, yeah. So that, yeah, he was in
That's
there.
crazy.
I didn't get a chance to pull up a photo, but yeah, he was. That was a good surprise there to see that. All right, and yeah, like Adam 112 here was saying, Jake Lloyd, who also played Anakin in Episode 1, is in it. Same kind of style of acting. There's some cringy moments in there. I remember there's one in particular where they're at the parade, and they have all the characters coming, and then Jake Lloyd, I forgot the name of his character, is his son's name, but he was telling his friend, he's like, "Look, it's the Cat in the Hat," and they both high fived each other and like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Oh man, that was just so funny, just high fiving because they saw the Cat in the Hat. I guess they really love their Cat in the Hat, but it's just that was funny. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was Jingle All the Way. Looks like it's unanimous there. We all think it's a Christmas movie, although some of us don't watch it yearly, if ever. Okay, so here we go. Now it's trivia time. Here we go, trivia time. Okay, so another 3 questions for this. You guys ready for the next round of trivia? Next 3 questions here. All right, here we go. First question. Again, these are all going to be 15 seconds because they're all pretty straightforward answers. Let's see here. Okay, question 1 for Jingle All the Way. What is Turbo Man's tagline? What is Turbo Man's tagline? Ten seconds. Sorry, I meant 5 seconds. Yeah, not 10. In time. My bad. Yeah. It was 15 seconds total. All right. Here we go. We'll start with, I think, go with Beam this time. Beam, what do you got?
I said it's turbo time.
Okay. Enhance. All right. Geo.
It was so
Nothing?
obvious. Question mark.
Oh
Question mark.
no!
Yeah.
I couldn't remember it for shit.
Yeah.
It was like, and then Bean says it, I was like, well, yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Right. Xman. Dave.
I almost said I don't know too, but I was like, let's just put something in there. And I said, Turbo time!
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Beam and X-Men got it. Yeah.
I do
it's
not
Turbo
remember
time.
him saying that, but I don't watch this movie that often. So,
Turbo
I-
time. I only rewatched it too because of
Yeah.
the tier list that I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
man,
All right.
whew.
Yeah. For a second there, I had to do a double take because I just wanted to make sure I didn't have it here in the photos. I'm pretty sure I didn't put it in there, but just in case, yeah. Because I think in one of the movie posters. Yeah, Turbo-tastic. Yeah, TurboTax. It's not TurboTax. It's not a Tumo. It's not a Tumo.
I have a question. I have a quick question for Bean.
Yeah.
Would you get a Hot Toys figure if they were to
Oh,
announce?
absolutely. Turbo Man? No, yeah, 100%.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was just curious.
I'd probably
Just
be,
serious, yeah.
drop while I was at work or, when I didn't have money, though. So
Right.
All right. Question 2. Here we go. Question 2. 15 seconds for this one as well. What is the name of Turbo Man's sidekick?
Oh, man.
What is the name of Turbo Man's sidekick?
He has a sidekick. Oh, I don't know.
I
the
don't
name
remember
of
the sidekick.
I don't remember the sidekick either.
Okay.
it. I
Time.
know who it is. I just don't remember the name.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So this might be pretty quick. Okay, we'll start with Dave, Santa Claus.
I said Speed Boy.
Speed Boy. Santa Boy, yeah. Okay. Geo. Speed Boy. Wait, what is that, a drawing or what is that? I can't.
I just put creature. Isn't it like some kind of
Creature.
like animal thing?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Creature. Okay.
I don't know.
That's
maybe
kind
I'm,
of close. All right. Beam.
Oh, it's probably something
maybe I'm
like
thinking too
Lad
hard
or
about that
something.
Superman trailer. I don't know why I said a Turbo Dog, but I did.
Turbo. Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
it's
that,
Turbo Dog. Okay.
that's a good guess. Yeah. Turbo Dog.
It's probably
Speed
something
Boy.
dumb like Turbo Lad or some shit, isn't it? Oh man.
No.
I don't remember.
It is Booster.
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 Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, remember when they
Oh,
were saying
man.
like Because they were saying when they were looking for Turbo Man, and they're like, no, we don't have Turbo Man, but we have plenty of Booster. We have plenty of Turbo Man
Booster
sidekick.
is such a good sidekick name for him.
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of obvious.
Oh,
right?
they cooked with that. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Booster, yeah. And then Sinbad was like, "Get out of here, Booster! No one wants you."
Oh, that's
man.
good.
Okay, here we go. So no one got the points in that one. All right. Okay. Third and final question for Jingle All The Way here. Here we go. What is the name of Turbo Man's nemesis?
Oh,
Ooh.
What
Richard
is the
Mole.
name of Turbo Man's nemesis? Yeah, Richard Mole.
That was the actor. Sorry.
5 seconds.
yeah. I'm thinking of the actor who was
Oh, shit.
who at the end
Time.
of the movie.
Sinbad also dressed up in it.
Yep, that's a clue there. All right, we'll go with Gio. What do you got?
I have no idea. I just put Dr. Slow.
Dr. Slow.
I like that. I like that.
All right, Beam. What do you got?
I said Mastermind.
Oh, Mastermind. Okay.
That sounds
right.
way better, actually.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that's correct or not. But
That sounds right to me,
X-Man.
though.
Dave. Yeah. What do you got?
I said, this is my nemesis every time I go to Walmart. It's the dreaded slow walker.
slow.
The slow
okay.
walker. Yeah. We got two slow names in there. All right. Unfortunately, no one got it. It is
Aw.
Dementor.
Oh, yeah,
Dementor,
never would have. Yeah.
Oh, like Harry
Dementor,
Potter?
Yeah.
Like Inventory?
Yeah, exactly like that. Yep.
Dr. Slow
And
is so
Dr.
good.
Slow, yeah.
That's where J.K. Rowling got the name from.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I didn't
And here
spend
we go.
4 years in slow
Okay, good.
Was
school
that
to be called
Booster?
Mr. Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the creature I was thinking of. The little
Yeah, that's
animal,
Booster
whatever
there
that
on the
is.
left.
Yeah.
Throwing
Oh,
down
No,
with
it's Turbo Dog.
Dementor.
It's Turbo Dog.
Yeah, Turbo Dog. Yeah, Speed Boy.
For some reason,
Oh,
I
man.
remembered him being purple, but I guess not. So it's a pink.
Yeah, like a
so,
pinkish color. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then so this was a clip from the movie in the movie here on the left, and then Booster going at it with Dementor, and then on the right is when they're in the parade, and that's when Sinbad stole the costume from the other Dementor actor
Oh yeah.
to go after
That's
Arnold's
funny.
Turbo.
You see
Man.
where I got the
And then
Mega
it
Mind
showed-
from, though?
Megamind
Yeah,
makes a lot
I
of
do,
sense.
yeah.
under
Oh,
this
yeah,
dude. Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was a good guess.
Because I was
I thought that was right. That sounded right.
all of them. I had a picture in my mind, but it's like
Mhm.
I don't know, like what's
Yeah.
the
I
name?
don't know who that would be. Quick side question here, talking about going hunting after something or collectible or item, or just looking for something that's sold out. When was the last, or was there a collectible or just some item that you pretty much went through the trouble, like similar to Arnold or Myron did or Sinbad did here in the movie, at all in your life that you really wanted and you were going after? I'll start with Beam. Was there anything like that you had that you went after?
Not the trouble they went through, but
No.
Definitely
Not committing felony trouble or anything
it's
like that.
usually,
or-
you know,
Exactly. Being a
I
terrorist.
could put any one of the
Yeah.
artisans up there though for it. Any one of those artisans going through the trouble.
but nothing like
Nothing crazy.
physically going out and hunting down and driving around and spending time
No.
getting. No. Okay. Gio.
And this is for myself or someone else.
Yeah, for yourself. No, just either
Oh,
or,
okay.
just like it's something in general. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Artisan's a good one. Probably when I was trying to get a PS5.
Oh,
PS5. Yeah, because I had to ask people, like, people who had the PS5. This was like within like maybe 6 months or a year that it was released.
Mm. Yeah.
So I was trying to get one, and I just asked around, like, how did you get it or whatever, and they're like, oh, you just have to like call, like, or not call, you have to go online like in the middle of the night, and basically that's when they release the PS5s. Target does it like at 3:00 in the morning, and I'm like, when am I gonna know which day it's gonna be? And they're like, oh, you just go to this, you follow this guy on Twitter, and then he'll tell you when, and then you just watch his live stream, and he goes on there, and,
Oh,
and
shit.
that's how I ended up getting it. I woke up like at 3:00 in the
nice.
morning.
You got it.
Then I got it, and I rarely play it. So there you go.
It's like your 4K player now. 4K player.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave, How about you? Anything that you hunted down, spent hours or minutes going after?
Several things come to mind, but I think the biggest one of late, there's a custom statue maker that is doing this line of geisha Xmen women.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they started with Psylocke, and I didn't know about her until well after she sold out. And I saw people like talking about her on YouTube and everything. And of course, it's custom. They don't want anyone to get in trouble, so they're not going to tell you where they freaking got them.
Yeah.
It took me like a year to find out where she was made, to get the actual name of the maker, so that I could do a proper search for her, because there were falsies all over the place, right? Like anybody with a friggin' 3D printer is like, yeah, I got it. And like this thing, I finally found somebody that had it, like that legitimately had it. The only one that I saw over the course of a year and like a half that actually had it. And I think I spent like, after shipping and everything, I spent like probably like $700 more than what she retailed for.
Damn.
And I got her though, and now I'm waiting on like 2 more of this guy's statues, because I finally got on board before they sold out. But yeah, man, that was a bear right there. That was tough. I still can't find them, except for like a bunch of people like, I'll sell you a kit where you can put it together. No, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, but you're happy with your Psylocke though, right? You're happy with it?
Oh yeah, she's like, a lot of them had issues too, where like, because the hair, it's all, it's like a polystone kind of thing, and like the hair is like really thin in certain places going down over her shoulder. And a lot of the reviews I saw, some of the hair was broken, but mine is completely in good condition. Like I haven't seen one
nice.
That's in the shape that mine is in, which is great.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it worked out. It was awesome. Rough, but it worked out.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite things, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Congrats on that one, on that pickup. It's always a good feeling when you put in the work and you finally you're able to grab something good.
Yeah. Yeah,
and same. Yeah, Gio, you got your PS5 there. And of course, getting an Artisan is always good. Those are limited. We're referring to, for those that don't know, Artisan is a type of hot toy action figure that they're usually limited quantities, so you have to get on the queue. On their website, on Sideshow's website to get one. So it's always a good feeling when you get in there. For me, the first thing that came to mind when I thought about this question is when I was younger. You guys, I don't know if some of you remember this or not, but the fast food restaurants were doing those Star Wars cups. And I think I shared this before, the episode 1 cups where they had like the cup and then the toppers.
I had all of those.
Yeah.
I had every single one of those. Yeah.
Same. I still do. But yeah, so, my dad and I, and maybe that's why it's a little more memorable too, because he helped me. But we made it a point to kind of like call around or drive around to all the, the different fast food places to make sure we collected them all. Yeah. And so, because so I think, what was it? You can help me out, Dave. But I think it was like Burger King, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and someone else. I think they each had like 3 or 4 different ones. I forget how many there are.
Yeah, I don't remember all the different places.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like Taco Bell and, well, no, because Taco Bell and KFC had some stores together, but.
Oh, KFC, I think that was probably the other one. Yeah.
It might have been. It might have been KFC, but
yeah.
But I want to show you real quick. This is the Psylocke right here.
Let's see. Let me hand you. Oh, geisha like.
They put like tattoos and stuff on her back. She's got like this really nice like just butterfly tattoos and stuff. It's really freaking cool, man.
Oh man, that does look nice and awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, those toppers. Yeah. So each one had 3 different. Each of those restaurants only had like 3 different ones that you can only get at that restaurant. They each carried different.
What was it? It was like Anakin in his pod racer out and Sebulba, right?
Sebulba,
Queen Amidala.
Yep.
Maul. They had R2. They didn't have 3PO though, did they? No, they did have 3PO.
No.
Didn't they? I don't remember.
No.
I remember.
It's been a long time since I've had them, but
yeah,
they had a lot.
But yeah, that was just something that came to mind. I'm sure there's other things, but yeah, Watto. They had Watto. Yep.
Yeah, they did Watto. I don't know why, but
all the other like C-list characters, like of course they had Jar Jar, but they also had like Boss Nass and Captain Tarples and all those guys. Yeah. All right. So that was Jingle All The Way. Consensus here. It's Christmas movie. Okay, going on to the next one here. Let's see, where are we at? Okay.
Can I add something to this movie? I don't know, real quick.
Oh,
that
yeah, go ahead.
brings me joy of this. is
Yeah,
that
for sure.
this one was also filmed right here in Minnesota.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, hell
whenever
yeah.
whenever it goes throughout the town, I can say, "Oh, I know that place," or they filmed it right here in the Mall of America, which is up there in Bloomington.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I've been to Mall of America. That place is
It's
big.
really cool. Yeah, it is massive. It's really cool to see the landmarks in Minnesota too. Or like even in Shazam, when the kid said he was from Zimbrota, Minnesota. I used to live there, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see those things in the movies.
Yeah, because that's not a place that's really that's not too commonly used, right? So it's always cool when they make it into movies. Yeah. Do they still have that roller coaster inside? Was there a roller coaster in the Mall of America?
Yeah, there's rides and stuff in the middle of them.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I forgot to point out that the late Phil Hartman was in this movie.
Yep.
And,
yeah.
He one of the what's that?
Troy McClure.
Yeah, Troy McClure.
Troy McClure.
Yeah. You remember memory from such films as Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
All right.
There was what's that?
Oh, I was going to also say, I'm pretty sure Big Show was in this one for all those wrestling fans out there.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is in there.
Was that
Paul
the,
White?
the big
He was
Santa?
the big Santa. Yep.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a big
yeah.
It showed up
Yeah.
at the end.
He looked familiar, but I didn't know who he was because I don't watch wrestling, but I thought I recognized him from somewhere.
Yeah, Big Show.
But yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I do not remember that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
he's
to
like
watch
the only
that
big
again.
guy. You can't miss him. You can't miss him, Dave.
Yeah, right.
It was funny. One of the lines in that Phil Hartman was saying that because he got an actual reindeer, and then Arnold's character asked him what he's going to do with it after Christmas, and he was like, I've been watching A Family of Deer by Lake Minnetonka. I think I might go let him go over there.
Put the cookie down.
Yeah, put the cookie. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Yeah. Blue Tattoo saying Phil Hartman, always awesome. Of course, man. Of course. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So now going on to the next one here. Let's see. We're going through this Batman Returns. I know we've heard this come up. Of course, this is the sequel to the 89 Keaton Batman. So this is Keaton making his return. We also got Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman and Danny DeVito's the Penguin. So we'll start with we'll go with Geo this time. I think we haven't started with Geo yet in a while, I should say. But Geo, what's your case on whether this is a Christmas movie and why?
All right, so this one's going to be a little hard because.
Ooh, what you got?
All right, well, okay. Ultimately, I say yes, but like when it comes to like the plots of the movie and things connected that is Christmassy, it's not really. But there's so much of the look of Gotham that it's snowing, everything is Christmas decorated, and there's the Christmas tree. Even that one girl that gets dropped off the building, she lands on the fucking tree thing or whatever. So it's like at the beginning I didn't really see it as a Christmas movie, but like throughout the years it's like, yeah, I kind of want to see it during the Christmas time, because there's just so much aesthetic of each scene that is just very connected to Christmas. But so that's why I'm kind of like in the middle. But for me, I would say it is, even though it's kind of like the whole Die Hard situation. So it's kind of like Die Hard, we already talked about Die Hard, and it's kind of like this, but it's just, at least there's like a little more look to it that's Christmassy. So just on that alone, I just decided, okay, it is a Christmas movie. But if you want to say that it's not, I won't fight you too much on it, because I can understand why it wouldn't be. Because yeah,
okay,
like
so
I said,
yeah. So question for you then. So you kind of hinted at a little bit why you think this is a little more compared to Die Hard, but then the counter would be because of the settings, right? It obviously doesn't snow in Los Angeles, California, as we know, where this is supposed to be Gotham, which is like the fictional New York. So that would obviously be snow there. So aside from that, why would Batman Returns, you think, would be a considered Christmas movie in your mind, but not Die Hard?
Well, maybe because Die Hard also takes place in basically one location inside a building.
Mm-hmm.
So and then like you said, there's no snow in LA, anyways. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like every scene, if they're outside or even if they're like inside, there's some Christmas thing going on in the background. And
Okay.
and like I said, it took me a while to get to that. That was not something that I thought would be a Christmas movie at the beginning. For me, it was like, oh, it's a Batman movie, So
Yeah.
it's Batman
Yeah,
Returns.
yeah.
We have Catwoman, Penguin, and so like I said, I wouldn't judge you. I wouldn't try to argue that it's not,
Yeah.
because I totally see that it could not be, or that it would not be. But
Okay.
for me, I'll say it is.
All right. So that means Die Hard has a chance. Beam, what about you? Is this a Christmas movie, and why?
Now, I'm probably going to contradict everything I said about Die Hard with this one, because
Oh man, here we go.
for me,
Same here.
This
It was what I was going to say.
this
Then I
is
go back to
this
Die
is in
Hard.
the Christmas rotation. Again, I'm a huge Batman fan, so
Let's fucking go.
this one does make it into the rotation of Christmas movies every year when I'm watching my Christmas movies, when I have time to watch my Christmas movies. So while it's not a Christmas movie, I watch it on Christmas. It is a Batman film. I watch it on Christmas because the same reason people watch Die Hard on Christmas. It's
Yeah.
It's just one of those films that I associate with Christmas because I think it was a family thing. We would always watch one of these, and Tim Burton has a really good style to it, to where almost all of his darker films feel like it could be Christmas, anyways, even when he adds it or when he doesn't add it. So,
Yeah.
Tim Burton's good like that. But yeah, for me, it's a Christmas movie. It's on my list, so I gotta say yes. It's a Christmas movie.
All right. X-Men, Dave, Santa Claus. Where do you stand?
This is absolutely, for me, this is the Christmas movie.
Okay.
Like from the very beginning of this movie, it starts and it ends and it follows through with Christmas, right? At the very beginning of the movie, you've got the birth of the Penguin, and it's Christmas when they dump him into the friggin' river, right? The opening sequence with the logo, you got all the snow blowing through it, right?
Yeah.
Like this image right here, this is like the color scheme of the whole movie for the most part, right? It's like you got these cool blues and whites and all of this. It looks cold and Christmassy right there. Look at them red friggin' kissable lips right there. And friggin' you got like the setting. It all starts out, you got Max Shrek, he's going down to give his little Christmas speech for this little Christmas gathering, lighting up the Christmas tree in Gotham Square, right? The big Christmas present that the Red Triangle gang members bust out of. Friggin', you've got the Ice Princess who gets kidnapped, like Gio mentioned, gets knocked off and falls down the thing, and then you've got the very end where they really wrapped it up, and Max Shrek is a crispy toast boy, and friggin' and Bruce is in the back of the car with Alfred, and he's like, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Wayne," and Bruce is like, "Goodwill toward men and women." And it's just a damn Christmas ass movie, man. And it's a good movie. This is my favorite Batman movie. So I can't but rant about it. So it's a great movie. This is always the Christmas movie. This is a Christmas movie through and through. And it's almost as much of a character in the story as Batman, as Catwoman, as Penguin, as the Batmobile. Yes, the Batmobile is a character, and he's on my shelf right now. It's fucking beautiful. But yes, this is a Christmas movie, 100%. Yes.
All right. So it looks like we have another unanimous one here. Wait, you all said it was a Christmas, or it is a Christmas movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Yep. I agree. I'm in the same boat. Although, again, this is another one that doesn't make its way into my annual rotation. But to be consistent, because I see Die Hard as a Christmas movie, this one also for similar reasons, like you all pointed out. Although it doesn't directly have direct Christmas lines. It does take place during Christmas, and it is kind of incorporated in some of the scenes here in this movie. And obviously, it's snowing around, like you guys mentioned, but also, I pulled a couple of slides here where we kind of see, the I don't know if this is what Gotham's town square here,
Gotham
with
Square.
the Christmas tree. Yeah, where they did it like towards the beginning, I think. Right? They pointed that out. Dave pointed that out. And then one of the famous lines here, we have speaking of luscious red lips, Catwoman and Batman here. Famous line, mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it. Right?
Yeah.
Catwoman, but prior to that, Catwoman's, what was her line? A kiss can be deadly. Yeah.
Well,
No,
she
kiss can be
said
even deadlier.
she said the missile. Well, yeah, she said kiss can be even deadlier, and then later on they switched it.
They switched it. Yeah.
Such a
During
good
the dance.
friggin' movie.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. So.
Kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it. Yeah.
Yeah. A kiss.
Oh, there you
yep,
go.
Exactly. And
There's a big, comfy California king over in bedding.
yeah, like Dave said, Max Shrek was roasted like chestnuts on an open fire towards the end there.
Oh yeah.
What more can you ask for? Yeah.
Gotham's own Santa Claus.
Yeah, he was just throwing out presents there for everybody in the beginning. Yeah, even though he was more like a Scrooge, like a Grinch.
Those boxes were empty as hell.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, yeah. They had coupons to his store, to his mall. So
Shrek bucks.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Shrek bucks. Yeah. But there you have it, folks. Another unanimous one. Nothing more to add to this one. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. I think a couple of things that going back through that I didn't catch the first time, because for me the first Batman, '89 Batman, was my favorite. Not so much this one. I mean, I did like this one, but the first one I liked better. But there was a couple of things I caught that were pretty funny. Where you guys remember the scene where Alfred was talking about security, because this was after Penguin had damaged the Batmobile and he took control and it was kind of all busted up. I think it was, and then Alfred was talking about how they had to repair it and they can't just take it to any shop because for security reasons. And then Bruce Wayne was like, "Security? Who let Vicky in the Batcave?" Referencing to Vicky Vale in the first one. Yeah. He's like, "I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I see Vicky. I'm like, oh, hey, Vic, come on in." Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Just that reference, throwing him under the bus. And there was another scene there. So you remember towards the end where there was a showdown between Catwoman and Batman, and the scene right before Batman rips off his mask. Bruce Wayne rips off his mask to kind of reveal himself to Max Shrek and Selina. So prior to that, there's a scene where he has that black eye wrap. He has that black eye wrap underneath his mask.
Oh,
yeah,
It's,
the
covering his
makeup.
eyes. Yeah, the makeup. It
That's
cuts
always
away
been a
and it goes
point of
back,
contention.
and it's like gone. Yeah, and then he just rips it
Yeah.
off. I was like, wait a second. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cut there. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
That's
It's
one of
kinda
the best
obvious
things about the Batman is that they just left that on there. It's like, yeah, he's wearing that friggin' makeup,
Yeah.
dude. That's right.
there. And doesn't he actually put it on? There's in a scene where they show him like putting it on, which I thought was really cool. Like I always
I
appreciate
think
detail.
so.
Sidetrack, but
I think so. Yeah.
right, you. Yeah, like
I
you
believe
can kind of
so,
see him. He goes and he starts applying it. A small
think
detail.
so,
but
yeah.
I always appreciate things like that. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn he was.
You're talking
Yeah,
in the
but-
Batman, right?
Yeah, and the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fancy.
yeah, Batman. And then obviously, like the reason Dave mentioned, also the Merry Christmas and Goodwill Towards Men at the end, and so overall, Christmas movie in my book as well. All right, going on to trivia time here. Trivia for Batman Returns. Okay, you guys ready?
Let's
There
go.
are 3 questions for this one. Here we go. So just to as a recap here where we're at. So Geo, the movie canon, has 3 points. Xman has 5, and Beam has 4.
Ooh, I'm like that.
Yeah, so
last.
it's close. It's
I
close.
thought
We still
I for real thought Gio would be up first. I thought I'd be like way behind.
Those Gremlins questions I really fucking.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah. He didn't get any of the Gremlins questions. Yeah, Geo missed those
Yeah.
3, unfortunately. So I
and
sent
I
him
knew,
back.
and I
but-
knew I wasn't gonna get any points for that one.
So we still have 3 movies. So that's including this one. So it's this one and 2 more after this. So it still could be anyone's game. So we'll try to get through these here. I know we're kind of running along here. All right. So Batman Returns questions. Question number 1. Let's see here how long these are. Okay, yeah. So 15 seconds for each one. It should these are pretty straightforward, I think, as well. All right, here we go. Question 1, 15 seconds. Okay, what reason did Oswald give the citizens of Gotham on why he finally emerged from the sewers / underground? What reason did Oswald give the citizens of Gotham why he finally emerged from underground? 5 seconds. Time. All right. Here we go. Dave, how say you?
He wanted to find his parents, is what he told them.
All right. Okay. All right. Beam.
I said to reclaim birthright.
Okay. To reclaim birthright. Okay. Geo.
I didn't really put anything. I was gonna put
Okay.
to run for mayor, but I know that was wrong. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to say real quick,
Yeah.
I would like to say more specifically, he wanted to find out who they were, to find out who he is, learning his true name, and simple stuff that the good people of Gotham take for granted, as he said.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yep.
There you go.
The X. Yep. As you can tell, yeah, Dave got it. To find his parents is what he told them as he emerged. After quote unquote saving that kid that was stolen, which was all set up, by the way. But yeah, he said to find his parents and to find out who it was. So Xman got that point on that one. All right, question 2. But Beam was close there on the reclaiming birthright. It was close. It was close. All right, here you go. Question 2. What was Oswald / Penguin actually up to in the Hall of Records? Okay, what was Oswald actually up to in the Hall of Records or Department of Records? I guess where we're going. I forgot what it was actually called, but 5 seconds. And time. Okay, we'll start with Beam. What do you got?
I said finding firstborn sons of Gotham.
Okay. Geo.
I didn't put anything.
Didn't put anything. Okay, yeah. All right.
Can't remember.
Dave.
Well, as has been stated, he was making a list of the firstborn sons of Gotham.
Yeah, and checking it twice. Yep, yeah. Beam
Damn.
and Dave are correct on that one. So a point for them. So was it firstborn sons or just firstborn in general?
Firstborn sons, specifically.
Was it? Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then later on, he was like, fuck it, we'll get them all. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So that's what he was secretly doing there, getting all those names. Okay. All right. Third and final question for Batman Returns here. Okay. Whoops. Timer. Here we go. What was Max Shreck's true intention of building the power plant? What was Max Shreck's true intention on building the power plant? 5 seconds. And time. All right, we'll start with Geo.
I just put to maximize profits. I don't.
Hey, boom, yeah.
Hey,
Nice profit. Yeah.
Follow the money, right?
Yeah. Step 3, profit. Yeah. Yeah. Dave. Santa Claus.
So, as Selena discovered by opening protected files, using the name of his pet Chihuahua that he had so carefully taxidermied and mounted on his. That was just disturbing as hell. She discovered that the plant would be sucking energy from Gotham, storing it, stockpiling it.
Energy from Gotham. Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Beam.
I just said having money for his son.
Having money for his son. Yep. That that would kind of be a secondary thing, but yep, Xman got it. The main purpose was to siphon energy from. He loves that movie.
That's my movie, y'all.
Can you tell?
What was the name of the dog? Remember the name of the dog?
Oh gosh, it escaped me. The name of the dog. It was your dog. Oh,
I think it sounded like an R. Wouldn't it start with an R?
Taco Bell.
Yeah, but I can't think of what it was.
Taco Bell.
And I always know it. I was gonna say it when I was talking about it earlier, and then it just blanked in my mind.
Rodriguez, Raphael.
Rodriguez.
No, it was
Ronaldo,
how did you open protected files, may I ask? I figured it was the name of your dog. I can't think of it.
Rex.
It's blank in my mind. It wasn't anything basic like Rex or Rover. It was something. It was ooh, I gotta look it up now because it's gonna bother me.
Oh, he's gonna tell us right. Do you know what it is, Beam?
No, I always thought it was Herbert.
Oh, I thought you knew. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think it started with an R, but I could be wrong. Do you know, Gio?
I'm blanking out on everything right now, so no. No.
Yeah,
he was so specific. I just was curious if you knew the name of the dog.
Yeah, I remember her mentioning, but I forgot too. What
I usually know.
Oh, 20 don't. Oh, that could have been a question. I figured that was too hard, though. I think that was too hard, so that's why I didn't add that in there. All right, while he's looking that up, let's see here. Okay, going on to the next movie in the meantime here. So we got, this was kind of touched on earlier, Krampus.
Geraldo.
Geraldo. Oh, man, I was way off with the Geraldo. Yeah, and I don't know that box there. Herbert, yeah.
Herbert.
That was close. Yeah, close though. Yeah. Krampus. Yeah, I forgot to check out that box there. But not gonna lie, I just saw this recently for the first time because we were doing this stream. I hadn't seen it before. I've been meaning to, but yeah, I haven't. So, like Beam was touching on, this could be considered a horror movie, and different take on Santa Claus versus I guess the other side of Santa Claus, right? For Santa Claus giving, Krampus takes away is kind of explained in the movie as well, but even more for punishment. So yeah, it was kind of a horror comedy. It was interesting. It was funny. There's some appearances there I wasn't expecting because, like I said, I had never seen it before. I've only heard of it, but I didn't know too much about it. But yeah, I would say to me, it's kind of obvious that it's a Christmas movie. A lot of elements, like I just said, is kind of the other side of Santa, kind of like the tails to Santa's heads. If there are two sides of a coin, right? One is the opposite of the other. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things on there. He even has his own elves in here. There's his own like evil elves and things like these, like helpers. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Definitely takes place obviously during Christmas, and then it touches on the satire again. We're talking about the consumerism earlier. Like it opens with people just again rushing down and trampling people in the store and the employees there, people getting tased. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny opening. But yeah, I would say this is a Christmas movie. I guess the only reason why you would think it wouldn't is because it's more of a horror. There's definitely some horror elements in there, which I liked, I enjoyed, but it's not Santa Claus, obviously. So, but yeah, I think I would say it's a Christmas movie. Dave, we'll start with you. We'll go with you next, I should say. Why do you think it's a Christmas movie? Why or why not?
That's 100% a Christmas movie. Yeah, it's not maybe listed as a Christmas holiday movie, but come on, the whole point, right? The entire point of the movie. Like this wasn't going to happen on St. Patrick's Day, right? This wasn't going to happen on just like a random Tuesday in October. This was because of Christmas. Very specifically because a little boy lost his Christmas spirit because of his incredible asshole of a family.
Right.
Yep.
And Krampus is like, let's friggin' ride, right?
Let's go. Yep.
Like, yeah, like it was a great. It's a great story. It's funny as hell. It is. Yeah. Absolutely horrifying. It's not. I don't think it's scary.
Right.
But the whole premise is just horrifying, right? Like you got that friggin'. You guys have all seen it, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to ruin anything.
Oh.
It's really something you gotta. It's really something that you gotta experience firsthand. I don't want to ruin anything because wow, is some of this stuff grotesque. But like, and it's not gonna be like one of those where you're eating and then you don't want to eat. It's not anything grotesque like that. It's not like
Right.
I guess Terrifier might be something like that. I've never seen it, and I don't know that I can. But but the very thought of what happens to the people in this movie is just horrible, and it makes me want to write all the letters to Santa Claus and be so cheery. But like, but man, the way that it has all the tropes, right? It's got all the family members that you don't want to friggin' deal with. It's got all the friggin' arguments and all that stuff. You got the presents and the stories and the lore and the grandma. Oh man, the grandma. Like she could have warned somebody. You know, she could have said something. She knew what's going on. But like,
Right?
damn, like it's a Christmas movie. Every bit of that movie is Christmas, not in a holly jolly kind of way.
Yeah.
But every bit of that movie, every bit of that friggin' movie is Christmas.
Yep, I agree. All right, Beam. Wait, you said you haven't seen this? I thought you have. No?
No, I have not seen this. I should have done my homework.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I do know what Krampus is, and it's the counterpart to Santa. So
yeah,
it's pretty much if you haven't behaved, if the Krampus come and get you, and Krampus has got roots in Germany, so
Mhm.
you could tie that to Die Hard if you want, but yeah, this it's Christmas. It's the opposite of what we've all talked about and what we want to see in a Christmas film, but it is tied to Christmas very much.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, well said. Yeah, and Gio, Christmas movie or not, and why?
Yes, this is definitely a Christmas movie. Yes, it's a horror Christmas movie. I would watch this during Christmas time, even though, like we already discussed, it is a horror movie. We have the evil version of Santa, right? The Darth Santa.
Yeah.
So like the opposite.
Doors Clause.
Right, there you go. That makes more sense there. So yeah, it's there's everything's related to Christmas. I think the whole movie, except maybe the opening sequence about the Christmas shopping thing. I think that was probably Black Friday, I would guess. But the rest of the movie is on Christmas Eve. So everything's connected to Christmas, and like Dave said, this wouldn't happen in this story if it wouldn't have happened any other time. It happened during Christmas. It's definitely like an R-rated horror. There's a bunch of crazy stuff that happens in that movie, but also some some odd things that happen that are kind of like the some of the things that happen, like some of the Krampus stuff that pops out of there. It's kind of like, without getting like too spoilery, because I know Beam hasn't seen it. It's kind of remind me of like Shrek, but like stuff in Shrek. But it's like, but I don't know. It's I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But, but it's very, very Christmassy for sure. Even though it's like very, very dark and very, like adult oriented and stuff like that. Definitely not.
There are a couple of scenes, where if you've seen Shrek, you will immediately think of Shrek. Yes.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So there's some ridiculous stuff happening in this movie, and then there's some creepy stuff that happens too. So,
yeah. Fun. Yeah, it's one of those movies that has like a taste of both like cartoony comedy, but also there's some like really creepy demented things in there. Like, oh shit. What was I going to touch on here? I would think of all the movies that we're talking about, this, if we're talking about what the definition, like Dave presented earlier about what Christmas means to us, and I said spirit, I think this kind of captures the whole Christmas spirit and what happens if you lose your spirit, basically, or you lose hope, because the whole thing was like Krampus comes as a reminder for those who lose hope. He leaves a bell that says Krampus on it, has his name on it, to kind of show, like, to let you know, a warning, like, FYI, hey, this is what happens if you lose hope in Christmas. And like kind of like what I was mentioning before, just a Christmas spirit. So I think if anything, this more so probably captures more of like the Christmas, is a Christmas movie compared to the others. Even though, again, it is horror, it kind of does the other side of it, right? The other side of what happens if you do lose that Christmas spirit. So. But anyone else got anything to add on this one? Any other thoughts on the movie?
Yep. Just a grand old cautionary tale.
Yeah. Another one, like I mentioned, Adam Scott's in it. For those of you who aren't aware, he was he's not as comedic as he usually is. I'm a fan of Adam Scott, but he's not really too funny in this one.
Oh no,
it's kind of like a more serious role. But there were some funny moments in general in here. But Adam Scott was didn't have those comedic chops in this one. Maybe it's probably by design, by choice on that one. All right, so going on to trivia here. So it's unanimous. So I think we all think this is a Christmas movie. I think this one will probably make its way. Like I said, I just saw it recently, so I think it's going to make its way into my Christmas rotation. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I can see this one being in there. Okay, so on to trivia here. Get your phones, pens, papers, quills, inkwells ready. Mm-hmm. So these first two are going to be 15 seconds. And then the last one I'll do 20 seconds because that's, again, a two-parter there. All right, so 15 seconds for this first one here. Here we go. Question 1 for Krampus. For the Krampus movie, I should say. Who was the first person to be taken by the Krampus's minions?
Ooh.
Who was the first person to be taken by the Krampus's minions in the movie? 5 seconds.
Oh, by the minion. Okay.
Time. Okay. So it wasn't Krampus himself. All right, here we go. We'll start with. See, I think we've started with Beam in a minute, so we'll start with Beam first here. What do you think? What do you got?
No idea, but I did say
no idea. All right.
Evil Grandpa.
Evil Grandpa. yeah, because he hasn't seen it, so yeah. But a good try though. I like the.
I love that answer.
Yeah, Evil Grandpa. Yeah. I love the creativity though. Yeah, justice.
Hey, there was some
Grandpa
justice
Joe.
Served that night, though. Damn it.
Yeah,
some
there was.
some fuckers got what they had coming.
Yeah. All right, Gio.
Well, there's the first person that got basically, I guess, taken, but I don't think we ever see who took the person. But I'm gonna say probably the little boy that was like by the chimney.
The little boy by the chimney. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I don't
Dave.
remember the kid's name, but yeah.
No, no worries. Dave.
Okay, so now I watched the whole movie when it first came out, and I've watched like I recently watched like a reaction to it because for whatever reason I'm enthralled with reaction content. I don't know why it's deplorable, but it feels kind of tricky to me because the sister went out looking for her boyfriend, right? Mm. And we never see her boyfriend, and I always assumed that the boyfriend got because he was out there when stuff was going down because they showed I don't want to say what it was. They showed the thing, how they know. They showed the thing. But but she was going to her boyfriend's house, and I want to say that because he was supposed to have shown up, but he didn't yet. But I know, but as far as main characters, the sister was the first one to go.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking. It was like, well, do you mean
that's correct? Yeah, it was the older sister of the main. Well, I don't say, but the boy Max. It was his sister. For that reason, she went out. She was going to her boyfriend's house, and although they didn't show her the boyfriend, they never do. So, we
never saw him.
He was FaceTiming her, talking to her video chat.
Oh, that's right.
Oh well,
I didn't count that because we don't see him get taken. So we actually see Beth. That's the sister, the daughter, taken. And so that was the correct answer. So Xman got the point for that one, or Dave, I should say there. All right. So question 2. Here we go. So what did Howard and Linda forget in the car when they arrived? What did Howard and Linda forget in the car when they arrived? Five seconds. I'm curious to see what Beam comes up with here on this one. Time. Yeah.
What to be right?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it can be. There's a chance there. All right. We'll start with Dave. What you got?
I don't recall. I do have an answer though. I wrote jokingly, but also not jokingly. They're fucking manners. but
Their manners.
also,
Go.
but also I said guns because that's the kind of people they are. But I don't remember
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Gio,
Yeah, I think it was the baby.
the baby.
The baby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow that makes more
Beam.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Beam,
said
which,
their child.
oh, yeah.
Hey.
Beam, yeah, Beam and Geo. They got points for that. I'll take it. Yeah, it was
All
their
right.
baby daughter. Yeah, the baby. Yeah, that's one where Adam's kind of was like, wasn't there another? What he was kind of like subtle about it, and they're like, oh, you forgot the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they left her. Yeah,
Crazy.
they left her. That was that a total guess there, Beam, or did you?
It was a
have an
total
idea?
guess.
Was it? Wow.
That's a good guess. That's a good ass guess.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
But it's trying to base it off the movie or poor
Yeah.
film. What they forget in the
Yep.
car? Certainly wasn't their keys, I'm sure. But
Yeah. All right, got a point for that one. Gio and Beam got a point. All right, here we go. Last question for Krampus. This is the 20-second one because there's 2 responses here. 20 seconds. Okay, so name 2 of the 4 toys, Krampus's toys that they showed in the movie. Name 2 of the 4 Krampus toys that were prominently featured in the movie. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. All right. Gio, what do you got?
I think I only got 3. If
Oh,
that.
3. That's good. You only needed 2. Okay, yeah.
I think it's a Jack in a Box or something.
Okay.
There's a doll and then there's a teddy bear, like a
Okay.
little teddy bear thing.
All right. Beam.
I said battle axe and a guillotine.
Yeah. It's on Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. Dave.
I forgot about the bear. That was a good one. There was the doll, the little flying angel evil doll, and there was a Jack in the Box.
Yep. So Gio and Dave got the point on that one. Yeah.
The
so
bear
you
was
had,
I wish I remembered that.
Yep.
That was a good one.
So here we go. This is Krampus. There were 4 toys, like I mentioned, Krampus's toys here in the movie, and I got them up here. Brace yourselves, because this is going to be creepy. Here we go. So we have...
We're still on me.
Yep. Nope. There we go. And there we go. All right. So we have...
Oh, yeah.
All right. The robot.
TikTok, the robot. Yep. We have
Forgot about
that
the
Jack in a
robot.
Box, which is actually called Der Clown. Der Clown was the clown Jack in the Box. Perchta, aka the cherub or angel, was this angel puppy here in the bottom right. Der Clown is the top right. And then the bottom left, we have Teddy Clow, I think it's or the teddy bear. So those are the 4 main ones. There were also 2 other ones that were in the Krampus's his knapsack or his gift sack that made a brief appearance. There was, I guess it was like the Nutcracker and the a panda bear, but those were the only appearances, so I didn't count those because they were just really brief. But yeah, these are the 4 main toys, Krampus's toys, that were part of the movie. And then he also had the gingerbread men. That was kind of what they guys were alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
that one. But that one I was like, well, that wasn't a toy. That was an actual.
Yeah.
Exactly.
nah.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
were messed up, dude.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, and that's
And
why I
the
specifically said toys.
creepiest. Yeah, the creepiest thing was that Jack in a Box.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that thing was.
creepy as hell.
Yeah,
Like,
that was. I mean, I don't even. There's a. Beam, you gotta watch this movie, man. This is some crazy.
Yeah.
Especially what
This is some
happens.
crazy
Right,
shit, dude.
you're thinking of
Yeah.
the scene that I'm thinking of right now with that Jack in a
Yeah.
Box.
Yeah, it's like just give me a good knife, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth a watch. I mean, based on this stuff, if you can get past these things right here on these photos, these items, or these creatures, then you should be good. But yeah, like we said, definitely some horror elements, but it's still, I think, a fun watch, entertaining. There's some kind of like cheesy comedic moments in there. Like I mentioned, there's elves in there also. Like Krampus has his own elves, his own kind of like evil, demonic version of elves that come in.
They're all creepy looking, so.
Yeah, they're all creepy looking. Yeah. I'm trying to think here what else went down.
The hockey team from hell.
Yeah. Yeah, there was just some cool moments. I guess we don't want to spoil too much, but not much more to say on that one. But there you go, Krampus. All right. And there was a sequel, I think, that I have not seen. I thought I kind of briefly saw a thumbnail. I think there was a Krampus 2 or something. I haven't seen that one.
I don't think I've seen it. No.
No.
That sounds like something that would happen. So yeah.
Like a straight to streaming movie, I'm guessing. Straight
Yeah,
to video
probably,
or
yeah.
DVD,
Probably,
whatever.
All right, here we go. Last movie here on our list. Last one. Edward Scissorhands. Another Tim Burton movie that made its way. It's kind of funny. Edward, yeah. Beam touched on this earlier. How I kind of noticed that earlier. Oh, I should say as well that Tim Burton kind of has like he likes the holidays, right? He kind of, I don't know if he's actually mentioned that during interviews or anything. I haven't read anything on that yet, but obviously Nightmare Before Christmas, he didn't direct it, but that was produced, and I think that whole story was from his creation, from his mind, I believe it was. Edward Scissorhands, directed, takes place during Christmas, as we'll kind of touch on, and then Batman Returns, right? Another one he directed there. And I can't think of another. I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting, but those are the three because we kind of touched on those. But yeah, here's another one, and we'll start with Beam. Why do you think this is or isn't a Christmas movie?
Not one that makes it in my regular rotation, but making it a Christmas movie. There is a scene in Christmas. You can see the lights. Clearly, a place that doesn't get snow. So this man makes it snow.
Mm-hmm.
So he brings Christmas to them, pretty much. I mean, again, there's not a whole lot of Christmas to the plot of the film, but it's there, and it does make its rotation into some people's Christmas films. So, yeah, it doesn't hit mine as much as everybody else's, but every once in a great while I'll throw it on in Christmas. So. I'm kind of in that middle of the road kind of thing with this one.
Yeah. All right, Gio, do you think this is a Christmas movie? Why or why not?
I don't think there's enough Christmas elements in this movie to call it that. So I would say no.
Okay. What? Just straight up, just because you don't think there's enough in there?
Right. No, there isn't enough. I think at the beginning of the movie, I think it's like snowing or something like that. But then when you get more into the movie, there's like nothing related to Christmas at all. It's not during Christmas. There's no snow. There, I think later on we get to that, but I don't think there's enough of that to really be considered a Christmas movie. And I mean, I haven't really seen this movie that often, and it kind of has been a while since I've seen it. But I think I would have remembered it's more of a Christmas movie if there was a lot of it. And I mean, the poster here looks very Christmassy, but
Right.
I mean, that's not the movie's not like that. It's not set like that for most of the movie. But yeah.
Yep. Okay. And Dave, thoughts on why this is or isn't a Christmas movie here?
I haven't watched this movie since probably it came out. I don't remember there being any Christmas in this movie. Did Christmas happen at one point in the movie, or was it like during the time of the movie?
I think there was at one point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Like because he was there with them for a little while, and I guess like what did it like happen during the time of his stay with the people in the house?
Yeah.
Or, I don't recall. I remember him making the topiaries and then carving the ice, and it snowing because he was carving the ice. So I remember specifically that it wasn't actually snowing. But looking at this image here, I see the lights.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember enough about this movie. Because it didn't happen just over the course of like a day or a week, right?
No, I don't remember the exact
It
date,
was
but
quite
yeah,
a bit of time, man.
yeah,
Because like if it happened like if it happened during Christmas, based on my diehard argument, I would have to say yes. But if like we followed him through like seasons, and Christmas happened to happen through that, the back half of the year that he was there, I don't think that really counts. I don't know. I can't remember enough about the movie to be able to say that.
I don't even remember what I said in my own Christmas tier list. I'm like, did I say it was a Christmas movie? I have a feeling that I did, but it's like I don't remember.
I don't even recall. But I do remember the one thing that I remember, aside from him making the topiaries, is him making it snow, and she's all like, ah.
Oh, like that.
And knowing that it wasn't supposed to be there. So I may have to say no based on that, but I want to give an answer, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that was me like 2 years ago when we got snow here for like 2 hours.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? It's fucking snowy.
And you're where are you, Gio?
In Southern California, like 60 miles away from LA.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Were you looking for Edward? You're like, what the hell was it? You're just like trying to see if he was cutting ice somewhere. Yeah.
Like, are they filming?
Yeah, I know what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Similar to what you guys, this is, I think, out of all the movies we talked about, this is the one I don't think is a Christmas movie, either for the reasons you guys pointed out. No, there's just not enough, and there's a couple of smarts. Yeah, they mentioned the snow, and there's some Christmas decorations. I think the dad. Winona Ryder's dad is Kim. Her dad is kind of putting up the snow, kind of starting to decorate the house. To your point, Dave. Yeah, it doesn't take place the whole time during Christmas. It's just kind of he's there, and then while he's there, Christmas starts to come up, and they start prepping for it, and so showing that just some time has passed. So yeah, and it's like very subtle, right? There's obviously that, and I mentioned the whole snow thing. The house is inside their house, of Kim's house where Edward is staying. It's decorated. There's like Christmas decoration, but other than that, yeah, it's very little. So I wouldn't consider this a Christmas movie personally either. And so, yeah, again, another one. I think we're all in agreements, right? It's all unanimous. Not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So this one was hard, honestly, to come up with some trivia questions for. I was like, damn, what can I say that isn't like obvious or that isn't too easy? So I kind of had to I was struggling with this one here. So hopefully we'll see how this goes here. But yeah, so Edward Scissorhands, not a Christmas movie. And on to trivia here. It's the last set of questions, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. These are all going to be 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds should be good. All right, question 1. Okay. So when Edward got to, let's see here. Let me pull up her name. Peg. So the person that Diane Weist, is that how you say her? Diane Weist?
I think
Weist?
so.
Weist.
Yeah, so Peg, basically, yeah. When she brought Edward home, Kim was not at the house. Where did Peg say she was? So when Edward got to the house, where was Kim / Winona Ryder? 5 seconds. And time. Okay. Beam, what you got?
I said school.
School, okay. All right. Gio.
Camping.
Camping, okay.
Yeah.
And Dave.
Man, I wanted to say school, but then I was like, piano lesson. that sounds right. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Gio got it. It was camping. She was on a camping trip with her friends. Yeah. So you got
with a
that
piano.
one. All right. With the piano. Yeah.
Right. Piano.
Piano camp. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Question 2 for Edward Scissorhands. Here we go. Another 15 seconds. So we all know Edward was created from one of the inventor's machines, the inventor played by Vincent Price. What was Edward's machine doing prior to his creation? What was Edward's machine doing or cutting prior to his creation? 5 seconds. And time. Okay, we'll start with Geo this time. Geo, what you got?
I remember the robot was like cutting like, what do you call it? Like cookie dough or something, and then I saw it was cutting like lettuce or like vegetables or something.
Okay. All right. Dave.
So food, basically. Yeah.
Oh man, I took it back to like what I remembered of what he was doing, and I said it was a cutting hair machine.
Oops. Cutting hair machine. Okay, cutting hair. All right. And Beam.
Well, I just put cutting at first, but then you put the word cutting in the sentence or the question, so I said cutting
Yeah.
cookies.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I should have specified that clearly the first time. Cutting cookies. But you would think cookies, right? Because when they showed the inventor and his machines, they're all, all of them combined were making cookies, except for Edward's machine. He was cutting lettuce, so Geo got the point on that one. Yeah, he kind of
nice,
turns. He
dude.
gets the inventor gets the cookie, he turns, and then he looks. That's when he's holding up to the cutting machine, and you can see what looked like lettuce. So I'm calling it lettuce, some sort of like leafy vegetable. So Geo got the point on that one. But
Nice job, dude.
I can see where cookies would be an answer. So I'm definitely understandable. Okay, here we go. Last question, both of the movie and of the trivia here. Okay, 15 seconds. Why did Jim, so Jim is Winona Ryder's character's boyfriend, or Kim, why did Jim have Edward break into his father's house? Why did Jim have Edward break into his father's house? Five seconds. And time. Okay, here we go. Dave, we'll start with you this time.
Oh man, I wanted to say something, just dumb, like to get him in trouble so he could get his girlfriend back. But then I was like, let's just do something funny because I don't know. So I put to steal the Sword of Omens.
To add to his knife hands, or his knife hands.
Yeah. He wanted to call the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Beam.
I said to steal money.
Steal money. Okay. And
Oh, that sounds
Gio.
so much better than mine.
I don't really remember, so I'm just gonna say to cut
Here we go.
his hair.
To cut his hair. So you broke into his house to cut his hair.
His hippie ass dad needed
Yeah.
a haircut.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, no one got that right. That was so Jim had Edward break into his father's house for insurance fraud. So he was gonna have, it was close. Beam was close to the money, but Jim wanted Edward to steal some stuff from the house, and so that way Jim can claim they can get some insurance on that. They wanted to go buy their own van. Basically, him and Kim can buy their own van. So
I don't remember.
yeah,
that.
and then
No
they made it seem like he was trying to steal money. I think that's when Peg and Kim's father, I forget his name, but they were kind of lecturing Edward about not stealing and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was insurance fraud. All right, so we got the tally. Thanks for playing. We went through 18 questions?
Man,
3, 4, 18 questions. You guys
it feels really
through.
close.
Damn.
Yep. So we got in third place, we got Beam with 6 points. Second place, we got Geo with 7, and of course, that remaining Dave with 10 points there.
Whoa!
It pulls it away, yeah.
What?
It pulls it away.
I didn't
with
get
10
one
points,
Edward
yeah.
question right.
No. Yeah.
I didn't get
You
a single
got-
Gremlins question right.
Dave nailed the Gremlins and the Batman Returns questions, and then I sprinkled throughout there.
Oh man.
Die Hard, Geo, and Beam got a good amount. Got 2 of those questions from Die Hard. And then Geo came back with Krampus and Edward Scissorhands, but didn't get any on Batman Returns or Jingle All The Way. So I think that hurt you there.
Yeah,
But well played. Yeah, well played. Congrats to Dave Xman on pulling that away. So he's the Christmas movie master for now until next year, or until the next time you play some other trivia game.
I never in my life
Yeah.
thought I would have that title.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. Just made it up. Yeah. Dream big. Dream big. You'll get there.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my resume.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll
There you
put
go.
it on. Yeah. Well, we got through it, folks. Thanks for playing. Panelists for participating and for staying this long. Again, there's another one of those streams where I didn't think it was going to take that long, but yeah, sure enough, here we are. So I appreciate you coming through. Thank you for all that have tuned in, that we're tuning in, and who catch the replay. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. It is always, always appreciated when you stop by and you check out any part of my my content. So yeah, thank you very much for that. So we'll go here around round robin, around the clock, I should say, and see what everybody's up to. See if they want to plug it. Anything. Beam, we'll start with you. Anything you want to plug before we head out?
Oh, nothing to plug. Just remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already to Feezys Media and Feezys Figures. Just go hit that like button.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Beam. Appreciate that. Geo.
Oh, well, same thing with as Beam said, to make sure to hit the like button for the video and obviously subscribe here if you haven't done so already. Yeah, I'm doing the Met reports on Saturday. I'm doing the my most anticipated movies of 2025. So I'll be doing that list on Saturday and Sunday. My figures talk Christmas special. Still doing the fantasy figure tier list part 4. There's going to be 5 in total, so we're almost done with it. But I think that's it for now. But yeah, but Feezy, thanks so much for having me on here. It was a lot of fun, so thank you.
Yeah. Thanks again for making it. And I mentioned to you this in the chat, but for those, I got the idea actually for this from watching Geo and Xman's, like he mentioned, his Christmas movie tier ranking list. So if you haven't already, go check that out. Like I mentioned, the links in the description now, or if you want to catch it after replay, they're there. So go check out Geo, the Movie Canon's YouTube, and you'll find that video there. He has Xman or Dave, Xman Supreme Dave here joining him as well, and of course Beam as Beam. His links are in there as well, both to all their Instagram and YouTube channels. So yeah, like I mentioned, go show them some love, check out their channel, support them where you can. I'm sure they would appreciate that very much because they definitely put in the work. And last but not least, Dave, Santa Claus, anything you want to plug? Anything you got coming up?
Just getting down on the Canon cancel over here with Geo on Sunday, breaking down those rankings, man, making it do what it do.
Those Batman and Robin figures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Batman and Robin figures. Oh my man, there's a lot to be said about those Batman and Robin figures, dude.
Yeah.
Gee, that's crazy. But yeah, man, it's thank you again for having me on. It's always fun to be here with you. Beam, sir, as always, it's good to chat with you. And
you.
Naturally, Geo, my man. Good times around here, y'all. Great to be here.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks again for joining us all. And the panelists. And as for me, I think I might do one more stream or video on my Feezys Figures channel. So the links in the description also for that. So if you want to check that out, if you're any of you or also fellow collectors or who collect action figures, collectibles, things like that, you can see behind us. That's how we kind of all got to know each other. That's our primary focus there, is just that hobby of collecting action figures. Yeah, of course, that all stems from our love of film and movies, hence why I created this other channel separate to discuss that as my other hobby as well. Movies, video games, TV shows, entertainment media, basically, hence Feezys Media. But yeah, I think I might do one more before the end of the year. I know that's creeping up, the holidays, Christmas for those that celebrate, or just anything similar is next week coming up. So we got that. So I just want to wish everyone happy holidays. If I don't catch you on my next stream, I wish you all the very best. I hope you have a good time and focus on what is most important to you, whatever that may be. For most people, it's friends and family, spending time with your loved ones. So make sure you cherish them, because as we all know, sometimes that's not always the case, and we don't always get that opportunity. So just enjoy your time, and try to forget about the other troubles that come along in your lives, and remember what is most important to you. So again, thank you for your time. Speaking of time, right? I appreciate you joining us, and keep it locked on the social media, Feezys Figures, Feezys Media, same thing again, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channels, all that. All my links are in the description below. and we'll keep you posted. But thank you all again. Have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Catch you on the next one.